Hi guys. What's everybody doing? Whoa! I said I was coming in hot. I didn't mean you two. They are just so not used to me being home. They don't know what to do with themselves. Literally, they have been asleep all freaking morning. Or outside. It just happens to be when I want to go live that they're like, "Hey ma, let's do this. Let's fuck this up for you." So I was playing with some things. Today, sorry. Got an encoding overload. Anyway, so I was playing with things this morning before I started, after I finally got up. Oh, so, excuse me. Sorry, sir. I was playing with stuff this morning, getting some things ready, so super excited. I'm hoping the beginning of the new year we can start and go back to Dragon Age and get back to that, because I owe you all 3 games, which will be massive. Probably won't do everything again. I will just focus on like main stuff, so it should hopefully go a lot quicker. Leonidas, I'm gonna spray the crap out of both of you. These wild animals. So that being said, I kind of wanted to make a push to get this game done and finished, because I don't want this game to be hanging out, as I am trying to get back into Dragon Age. So that is the plan as of now, is to get Dragon Age done, and get Dream Daddy done, and so we can be ready at the beginning of the year, aka the end of the week, for some Dragon Age. We'll see though. We will see. I'm gonna do my best. I don't know how possible it is. Obviously, I've got extra time today, but this game just really burns the shit out of my voice. If it comes down to it, we may not do everybody's date on stream, everybody's final date, but we've got second dates to go through still, a couple of those, so hopefully we can at least get some done. Hopefully I can make it 4 hours today, and that would make a big difference, so that would definitely make a big difference. So, can I write myself? Oh, that's too much. Sorry. I'm with my camera. Oh my goodness, you two. Things probably got weird there for a second. It's fine. So since we are on a push to get this done, let's go ahead and coding overload. Children. Okay. Let's go ahead. Get back to this.
You've got
dads. Let's see, we've done who have we done 2 dates with? We've done 2 with Joseph. Done one with Hugo. Heck. Joseph. Brian. Matt. Craig. I don't know who we've done 2 with. Hey! Child! I thought we'd done 2 with a couple people, but I guess I'm forgetting. So let's go ahead and message Brian. Get this on this road. Anything's funky, let me know. Hey, Daisy and I are going fishing tomorrow. Are you in or out? Oh, I have a message from Brian. Oh no, I've been dreading this day. I accidentally boasted about my abilities as a fisherman to Brian. Now he's challenging me to another dad-off. I've been doing my fishing research online, but I'm nowhere close to being an expert. Still, though, I have to accept. I type back to Brian. Sounds great, man. Super excited to catch all those fish. My lawn could use another good mowing. That'll show him. Brian responds back, letting me know that tomorrow he'll pick us up at an hour I previously had forgotten existed. Man, it's gonna be a rough start. Amanda. Amanda comes in the room from the kitchen, eating a cheese stick by biting it off piece by piece like some kind of monster. I didn't raise you like that. What? It's called string cheese, not chompy cheese, for a reason, Amanda. Did you just call me in here to criticize my controversial string cheese eating technique or what? No, Amanda, we have to go fishing tomorrow. Well, you have to go fishing. I get to play with Brian's dog. How do you become a master of fishing overnight? You went fishing in the Girl Scouts, didn't you? Nope. My stint in the Scouts was brief and purely transactional. Thought I could get free cookies, but I didn't know that I had to be, like, outside and tie knots and stuff. But I have to beat Brian. Dad, let me tell you a story. Do you remember last summer how I applied for the job at the coffee shop across town? Give me a refresher. During the interview, they asked if I knew how to work an espresso machine, and I really wanted the job, so I lied and said yes. On that first morning, there was a line out the door, and within half an hour, I severely burned my hand. They told me to go home and never come back. I still have a scar from that. Of course, I remember. What does that have to do with fishing? The burn is a metaphor, Dad. I don't get it. Lead a horse to water. What do horses have to do with fishing and burns? Dad, please. I don't get your obsession with competing against Brian. You wouldn't understand. It's a dad thing. Please try and explain it to me. Okay. Brian's he just thinks he's so much better than me, and he purposefully reminds me of that whenever he can. And he has to one-up me. I have to beat him at his own game. Is that what you think is happening here? No, Amanda. Okay, I know that's what's happening. Alright, Pops. We should both be getting some sleep. See you in the morning? Night, Panda. I brush my teeth and throw on some pajamas. I climb into bed and set my alarm and close my eyes. Okay, sleep. I'm wide awake. I can't help but think of the last time I went fishing, hoping there's something I can glean from it to give me an edge over Brian. I was about 9 years old. My dad woke me up one morning and told me to get dressed and meet him downstairs. It was still dark out. I had no idea what was going on, but before I knew it, we were both alone on a freezing cold lake. I just sat there for hours while it got hot and muggy and the air thick with bugs. I picked at mosquito bites while my dad sat in stony silence, fishing pole in one hand, beer in the other. We didn't catch anything. On the long drive home, my father bought me a pack of cigarettes and didn't say a thing. He was 9. Leonidas! That didn't help, and I think I have some repressed sadness about my father. I'll deal with that later. Sitting on the boat in the middle of a body of water. Can't see any land, but I know it's a lake. The water is placid and still. I'm holding a fishing pole. I don't understand why, but it feels like my life depends on catching a fish right now. I cast my lure into the water and wait, and wait, and wait. My whole being is filled up with hopelessness as I watch the line disappear into the depths below. You used the wrong lure. I look up and see my father, just as he looked that one cold morning, disapproving. I'm panicking now. I pull the lure up and try to grab a different one, but all the lures in my tackle box are exactly the same. I look up to my father for guidance, but he's gone. I try casting again, but I can't hold my footing. My boat tips over and I fall into the water. Sinking further and further, I see multitudes of fish that have been lying just below the surface, all swimming around as if to taunt me. One swish swims up to me. He has Brian's eyes. You gotta use the neutral buoyancy lure if you're trying to catch trout, buddy. I jolt awake to the sound of my alarm. It's fishing day. That would explain the weird dream. I groggily slip on my clothes and get ready. Spot Amanda's door half open and see her curled up in a mountain of blankets. Walking over to her bed, I give her a tiny kiss on the forehead. Fishing day, kiddo. You ready? Moof. No. Well, you gotta get up. I can't do this without you. Also, stop sleeping in your clothes. Amanda pulls a comforter over her head. Never. Amanda. I'll get up in a minute. Alright, Brian should be here in 20, so you better not just go back to sleep. Amanda sticks her hands through the blanket to wave me away. I leave her room and make me some coffee and another cup with lots of cream and sugar for Amanda whenever she gets up. Amanda eventually wanders in, chugs her coffee while I do word jumbles. Hear the doorbell ring. That must be Brian. Still rubbing our eyes, we walk outside to see Brian. He's decked out in fishing gear. Daisy's falling asleep next to him. Early bird gets the worm, buddy. You ready to fish? I was born ready. My eyes narrow in on Brian. It's a good day to die. Hop in, guys. Let's go fish. Let's get this fishing party started. I walk over to the driver's side and open it. Woof, woof. Brian's dog immediately hops into the driver's seat, wagging his tail furiously. Can I see your license, sir? Maxwell, let Bruce sit. Maxwell obediently hops into the back to cuddle with Daisy. Mandel settles in next to Maxwell and Daisy and immediately falls asleep. You ready for an adventure? I'm ready for the glory. Struggle to stay awake as we drive through the outskirts of town. Country music plays quietly from the radio as I watch trees pass by. So where exactly are we headed? It's about an hour north of here. Little spot I've been going to since I was a kid. My dad used to take me up there all the time. I don't think anybody else knows about it. I bought everything we need that we can catch some trout and have a nice little fire and enjoy nature. My fishing pole's in the shop, getting tuned up. Do you maybe have an extra one I could borrow? But of course. It's probably not as nice as it sounds like yours is, though. Right. I'm digging a hole here. I stare out at the forest lining the highway. The sun is just barely over the horizon, scattering dusty pink light through the trees. For a split second, I spot a deer grazing on the other side of the road before it leaps back into the brush. After a nice quiet drive, Brian eventually tells me to pull off the highway and onto a dirt road. The car bumps along until we reach a clearing that opens up to a magnificent lake. Well, here we are! Step out of the car and help Brian unload our gear as Maxwell runs around us barking. Kids wake up and wander the shore, where Daisy tries to teach Amanda how to skip rocks. Brian and I carry the tackle boxes and a cooler down to the edge of the lake, where he has a canoe waiting. Ah, great, it's still in one piece. Hold on. Help me out with Maxwell. Help Brian place the tiny dog-sized life vest onto Maxwell. Woof, woof. Alright, your turn. Brian hands me a lime green life vest. Maybe if I fall in, you'll save me. I can swim new things. Maybe if I fall in, you'll save me. If I fall in, I'm counting on you to rescue me. Suit yourself. Brian turns to Amanda and Daisy, who are still skipping rocks. You kids want to fish?
Ugh.
I'm good with just throwing rocks into the water. Amanda hurls a rock into the pond with gusto. Yeah, take that, water. Amanda, you're supposed to be skipping them. Is that what we're doing? Daisy, don't you want to fish? I think catching fish is kind of inhumane. We're gonna go explore the woods and look at bugs and stuff. Alright, be safe. Don't go too far. Brian puts the life vest around himself and we throw all of our equipment into the canoe. Maxwell happily jumps in and takes his place looking out over the front of the boat. I get in the canoe as Brian shoves off. We paddle together to get ourselves in the middle of the lake. Most freshwater fish usually feed at dusk and dawn. That's why to get you up so early. Yeah, I know. It's pretty common fisherman knowledge after all. Fisherman knowledge that I am knowledgeable about. Still a gambling man? You know it. Let's see who can catch more fish. Can you catch more than one? Sounds easy enough to me. What's on the line? Besides, all the fish I'm gonna catch, obviously. I was thinking something a little more high stakes than mowing the lawn. Custody of our children? More than that, let's say if I win, I get your weed whacker. The Whackmaster 2000? That's a limited edition. But If you win, you get my pole saw, the Reach and Cut 3000. The cordless version? That's the one! Shit, the Reach and Cut 3000 is state of the art. My weed whacker is a prized possession, but there are those hard to reach branches at the back of the yard that have been begging for a pruning. You're on. We shake on it. Proper hydration, guys. I suddenly remember I don't know how to fish. My foolish fatherly pride will one day be my undoing. I watch as Brian ties a lure and does some stuff I can't quite follow with his fishing pole. He casts off into the lake. Oh boy, now I have to do that. I stare down at the tackle box and the pole in my hand. Stretch before physical activity. Because I'm such a pro fisherman, I anticipate a lot of quick physical movements over the course of this fishing session. To prepare for such activities, I will now stretch my body so that it is limber and ready for battle. It's very responsible of you. Do a few calf stretches to bicep pulls, crack my neck several times. Bend over and try to touch my toes, but I just can't make it happen. I can barely get the tips of my fingers past my shins. Alright. My noble body is now lithe and pliant, perfect for wrangling every trout in the lake with my bare hands. Now what? Tie a knot or something. I take my pole and tie an elaborate-looking knot to impress Brian. The classic hunter's bend. I learned that one in my youth. Yep, this one isn't coming apart anytime soon. The knot, I cast my heavenly line upon the unsuspecting waters and deliver unto us a bountiful harvest. Look over to Brian. He doesn't seem to be paying attention. Let's cast this sucker. I pull my rod back, launch the lure as hard as I can. And the lure flies off the line and sails far, far away, landing in the lake with a loud sploosh. Sorry, I judged the wind speed wrong. Cold air drives the pressure down. Go ahead and take my pole. I know it's hard switching to a new pole you're not used to. I'll fix up another lure. Brian hands me his pole with a smile, and I just sit there, feeling like an idiot. Fishing is easy. They group up. All you gotta do is line 3 of the same species up and reel them in. You match 3 of the same species? I can't tell which fish is which.
Match that fish.
Okay.
Nice match. Rainbow trout.
Oh, telling you.
Now you're fishing. Now you're fishing.
I like match 3 games. No, I want to move this one this
Now
way.
you're fishing.
Thank you.
Nice match.
Yeah.
Nice match. Catch of the day. Catch of the day.
Is it though?
Catch of the day. Nice match. Nice catch. Nice catch. Match of the day. Match of the day. Rainbow trout. Match of the day. Match of the day. Nice catch.
Children, be nice to each other.
Catch of the day. Nice match.
Fish, 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 fish.
Nice match. Now you're
Fishies.
fishing.
Am I? Am I though?
You're fishing. Nice match. Now you're fishing. Nice catch.
Fish, fish, fish.
Nice match. Nice catch.
Fish, 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 fish.
Match of the day.
Really, you don't say. Boom. Good work. Wow, this is way tougher than I thought. I look over to Brian, who's smiling and obviously enjoying his time here on the lake. I will crush him. Suddenly, the fishing pole jumps in my hand. I reflexively tug upwards. I think I got something big. Tip of the pole dips down repeatedly and the line starts to run. Excuse me. Reel it in. Finally get the fish right next to the boat. It's a long, beautiful rainbow trout. Brian hands me a net. It's all yours. I lean down and notice that my hands are shaking with excitement. This fish is bigger than all the ones Brian caught. The pole saw is mine. The entire canoe tips over. I find myself sinking into the lake. I should have taken that life vest. All of a sudden, I'm embraced under the water and pulled into Brian's arms. Finally dragged upwards, sputtering water. All of our gear floats on the surface. Maxwell doggy paddles around in circles, having a great time.
I don't know.
You alright? Does that count as one? Well, seeing as all of our fish are now swimming safely back in the lake, I guess so. Brian laughs. Let's get you to shore. Brian and I flip the canoe back over and fill it with our now soaking wet gear. We row back to shore with Maxwell in tow. Once we get to the beach, Maxwell darts off into the woods. Brian takes off his shirt. Dots of lake water glisten in the sun across his strong back. Man, all the general contracting must have built that guy like an ox. I hope he doesn't notice me staring.
Hey.
I'm gonna get a fire going so we can dry off. Want to hand me yours? Oh, yes, okay. Reluctantly take off my own shirt and toss it to Brian. Suddenly wish I'd done more sit-ups in my life. Or any sit-ups at all, really. Another thing you've bested me in. Stupid sexy Brian. You might as well fry that shirt up. Seems like it's the only lunch we'll have. The day's young. We can fish from shore. Sure. Once Brian gets a fire going, I sit and try to dry off my pants. Brian sets a couple oars out by the water's edge. We're probably going to have to put the kibosh on the competition for now. Until another day. My stomach growls. You hungry? Oh, I'm fine. Brian reaches into his cargo shorts, pulls out a few granola bars. I have a small child. I'm flushed with snacks. He is a snack. Brian joins me by the fire, and I accept cargo shorts granola. And now we're back to waiting. Where did the girls get off to? Shouldn't they be back by now? I wouldn't worry about it too much. They're a couple of smart kids. That's what I was worried about. They're too smart. They probably established a small rural government by this point and installed themselves as leaders. Take a look around at the sun crusting the tree line, casting the entire lake in a warm golden glow. The forest seems to be coming alive now. Birds chirp in the distance. Wow, nature is beautiful. A mosquito bites me. I slap my neck and curse. Nature sucks. Here you go, bud. Brian hands me a bottle of bug spray. I begrudgingly take it and douse myself. Ugh, I've always hated how this stuff smells. Really? I've always kind of liked it. Reminds me of being outside. Maybe you and I have different sentiments on the outdoor. Maxwell comes bounding up to me with a huge stick in his mouth. He drops it at my feet and looks at me expectantly. Throw the stick towards the woods. Hurl the stick as hard as I can towards the tree line. Maxwell bolts after it, running as fast as his stubby little legs can carry him, which consequently is not very fast. It's very cute though. Nice throw, Bruce. Turn away so he can't see me blush. Maxwell brings the stick back to me, clearly proud of himself. Good boy, Maxwell. You're a very good and speedy boy. You're the world champion of fetch. It's time for the pets. What's the plan? Scratch behind the ear, rub that belly, but pats never fail. I give Maxwell a few good pats on his backside. While I'm playing with Maxwell, fish begin routinely pulling on Brian's line. I watch Brian effortlessly fillet the fish, squeezing a bit of lemon on them and frying them up in a cast iron pan. Before we know it, we have a feast fit for a couple shirtless dudes. Amanda and Daisy emerge from the woods, looking totally unscathed. Whoa, Dad Bod Patrol. I'm gonna have to issue both a citation and demand you put your shirts on. They're children present. Brian tosses me my now dry shirt. I pull it on over my head, thankful I will no longer have to be distracted by Brian and his pecs. Where have you guys been? Studying entomology. What?
Huh.
We were playing with bugs. Expected you guys to be more covered in mud and stuff. Daisy looks offended. What do you take me for, a child? Amanda puts her hands on Daisy's shoulder.
Aw.
Right. Take a seat around the fire, and Brian serves us all generous piles of fish on paper plates. Absolutely delicious. Why does he have to be so good at everything? Fish taste okay? Daisy and Amanda both nod furiously, mouthful of fish. It's incredible. I've never had fish this good. Yeah, it's great. Old Harding family recipe. Why are your pants wet? Well, Amanda, we were out there on the lake, and then I accidentally tipped over the boat. Don't worry, all the gear floated to the surface, so we didn't lose anything. Right, Bruce? Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Can't believe he just covered for me. Gosh, he even out humbles me. He's trying to beat me at everything, including my world famous sense of humility. We finish up our fish and end up playing catch with Maxwell for a little while before we decide to head out. After cleaning up the camp, we pack up the station wagon and let Maxwell into the back seat. Poor pup falls asleep in a cuddle puddle with Amanda and Daisy. They've had a long day. Been an ordeal today, bud. Let me drive you guys home. I want to prove that I'm the most awake dad on the block, but yeah, I'm beat. Fine. So we drive and take one last look at the lake disappearing behind us and smile. Rest my head against the window and a low rumble of dirt road beneath us lulls me into a peaceful sleep. Hey, sleepyhead. Open my eyes and realize that I dozed off in the car. I self-consciously wipe a bit of drool off my chin. Oh, hey, I was resting my eyes. Just in case we suddenly have to jump into any sort of conflict, so I'm super awake for it. Hi, Megs. And ready to fight. With my strong arms. It's all good. You earned some rest, buddy. Thanks for coming out with us today. Had a lot of fun with you. Thanks for inviting us. I also had fun, actually. Glad to hear it. Take it easy, yeah? How you doing today, Mags? You two, take it the easiest. Brian chuckles to himself as he unloads the car. Amanda and I get inside and immediately collapse onto the couch. Long day. Yep. I was so close to that pole saw. Pole saw? Yeah, Brian and I were competing to see who could catch the most fish, and... Ugh, stop. Why do you care so much? Amanda Panda, just look at the guy. He's so obviously got my number and he's rubbing it in my face. Dad, I love you. But you're kind of dumb sometimes. Dumb? Or clearly the superior dad. You know what? I don't have any of the energy required to properly unpack your weird fixation with asserting your masculinity. I'm going to bed. Amanda slides off the couch and face down onto the floor. I'm a tired slug. Amanda, that floor is disgusting. I don't care. Well, night, honey. Night, Pops. God, don't sleep on the floor, child. Whoa.
That's a 10 out of 10 if ever I've seen one.
Wow. Beard, lawn care, fishing. Yeah.
Welcome. You've got dads.
Who else do we want to date? Thank you. We've done date 2 with Joseph, and now we've done it with Brian. Got 2 hearts now? Okay. So that leaves Craig, Matt, Robert, Hugo, and Damon. Let's... Go ahead and get Craig out of the way. I want to do Damon, but I think I want to save his date for last. Vampire Daddy. I really want to get in some good quality time with Craig. Last time we hung out, he was so busy with the kids and fending off flirty moms that I feel like we barely talked. Ever since the first time we hung out, I've been trying to get up a little early for runs. I don't think I'm going to be as embarrassing as the last time. Maybe I'll even be able to catch up with him now. Type out a message to him on Dadbug. Hey man, been training on my run game recently. Ready for round 2? Craig responds almost immediately. Dude, of course. Emojis. I don't know why he just didn't send an emoji rather than type it out. Another message pops into my inbox from Craig. Let's meet up early tomorrow morning for my favorite morning activity, brunch. I type back. Brunch? What is that? You run and then you get brunch. Oh, right. Craig and I agreed to a time to meet in the morning, and I have a chance to spend the evening hanging out with Amanda. So, we doing pizza tonight? Again, can't we do just like a salad night? Dad, are you on a healthy kick? Not yet. I've formed the committee to examine the possibilities of being on a health kick. They haven't returned with their findings. Dad, if you go on a health kick, then I have to go on a health kick by virtue of being under the same roof as you. I don't know if I have the constitution for that. Technically, if he's going running, he should have pasta. The committee isn't back with its finding yet. This is a multi-year assessment on several bureaucratic levels. Well, Amanda picks up the phone and stares at me. I'm blinking as she dials. Hi, yes. Can I get an extra large pizza with chicken, bacon, extra cheese, and tomatoes, and a couple of garlic sauce cups? Amanda, you're going a little north here. Oh, right. Can you maybe throw some leaves on there or something? Yeah, he's going on a health kick. Yeah, Rico, I know. It's tragic. Amanda listens for a second. Hold on, I'll ask. Dad, is oregano a salad? Oregano is the salad. Yeah, Rico, sprinkle some of that on top. Yep, Cash is fine. Say hi to the wife and kids for me. Amanda hangs up. Rico says hey. Food gets delivered and we plop down on the couch to eat some za. Just be careful, running is a gateway drug. It's a slippery slope, Dad. First you go on a couple light jogs. Before you know it, you've converted the garage into a home gym and renewing your subscription to some sort of weekly kombucha delivery service. Question. Shoot. What's kombucha? Okay, so you weren't too far gone yet. I was just giving you a hard time, Pops. Really. I'm really happy you're running more and caring about your health. I want to keep you around for as long as possible. Thanks, kiddo. Speaking of which, I'm running with Craig tomorrow. Gonna be able to keep up with him? Hey! Probably not. We laugh and eat more pizza than is probably healthy in the name of carb loading. Call it a night early, so I'm ready for tomorrow. When I first started running in the mornings, it was pretty hellish. Now I have a few sessions in, it's admittedly become a little easier, despite always ending up in me dry heaving over a trash can. Is that what runner's high is? Just dry heaving? I lace up my tennis shoes, throw on a t-shirt from a Writer's Summit I went to 20 years ago, head to the door at a moderate jog. Craig is already outside with Rivers strapped to his chest. Dressed head to toe, color-coordinated running gear. Wow, I look like a total schlub next to this guy. Hey, bro! Morning, Craig. River gonna be running with us? Best as she can. We're taking it to the limit, aren't we, kiddo? Goo! Oh, I know what that means. Craig hands her a stuffed toy, which makes her smile ear to ear. That's Arnold the capybara. Sometimes it's the only thing that'll get her to stop crying. Oh, I've been there. Amanda had a stuffed panda that she carried around everywhere. She would have a tantrum if we even tried to wash it. It was gross. So you've been running lately? Every morning for 30 minutes. I'm basically an elite athlete by this point. Ha, well, I'll try and keep up. So where are we headed? I was thinking we could do a couple laps around the park. Okay, that sounds reasonable. Then we'll do some hill climbs up a slope. Okay, I can probably handle that. Then we'll close it off by doing some wilderness survival hike running to increase our agility. I'm suddenly struck with the overwhelming need to crawl back into bed. That sound okay to you? I usually throw some timed murder sprints in there, but I'll go easy on you since you're a beginner. That sounds like something I'm able to physically do.
Hey!
Great, let's get started.
Oh.
Craig and I finally arrive at the park. A few lone joggers make their way around the perimeter, and River waves enthusiastically at everyone we pass. The lawn were peaceful in the mornings. Aside from birds chirping and River gurgling away in the stroller, it's pretty quiet. Where did the stroller come from? Alright, good warm up. That was the warm up?
Nice.
Let's start the show.
Nice.
But wait, Craig reaches into a bag and tosses me a water bottle. I fumble it, but thankfully don't drop it.
Oh.
Gotta hydrate, bro. Take a long drink from the water bottle and feel reinvigorated. Man, I don't drink enough water. Hey! I look down and pick up Arnold, River's toy and hand it back to her. Must have dropped this. Thanks for looking out, bro.
Hey.
You ready? My body's collapsing on the cell. Finally finish our however many teenth lap around the park. I'm breathing heavily, but I can't believe I actually didn't lose Craig. He's even breathing heavily too, which makes me feel a little better. I look down at my shirt and notice I'm drenched in sweat. Huh. Almost looks like a frowny face. That's one. What?
Hey.
I'm just kidding. Good hustle out there. I'm really impressed. You're way better than the last time I launched you off a treadmill. Yeah, man, you really pushed me to limits just now. Can't believe I held on.
Oh.
Sometimes you just need someone there with you to push you to do your absolute best. I'm glad I can be that guy, bro. Who's ready for hill climbs? Blap. There's my little cheerleader. Bruce, you ready? Ugh, you bet. Craig takes me to a separate portion of the park where there's a steep hill, seems to go up forever. I strain my eyes to see some other joggers at the top. So, what do we do now? We run up the thing. That looks like a lot. Bruce, there's two things you need to know about this hill. One, don't stop running till you get to the top. And two, Craig points to the top of the hill. That's not the top. Let's do this.
Oh.
Finally reached the top of the hill after making my way past what I originally thought was the top of the hill. Once there, I hunch over onto my knees and gasp for air. My lungs are like daggers poking my ribs. I can't feel my heart. I can feel my heart in my ears. River, I'm having a moment, please. Woo boy! Craig's looked like he's taking a beating as well. Ha, so he is human. Bruce, put your arms on your head and stretch out on your elbows. It'll help you breathe better. I do as Craig says. Feels a little better, but I'm still in agony.
Oh.
And here. Craig tosses me the water bottle again. I hydrate like my life depends on it. Thanks, dude.
Bro.
Phenomenal work. You feeling that lightness in your head? That's the runner's high. Or lack of oxygen. Oh, that's it? I thought it was, dying. Want to take it slow for a bit? I would like that very much. As we're catching our breath, River starts to cry. What's wrong, Sweet Pea? Do you want to play with Arnold? Craig looks around us. Oh boy, man down. I think we lost Arnold. River keeps wailing. I've abandoned my child's toy. We gotta find him, dude. Should be simple, right? We just gotta retrace our steps. I remember River last having it down at the bottom of the hill. Craig and I jog down the path, searching high and low for the step capybara. Greg takes the time to explain to me is a large rodent native to South America. Get into the place where River might have dropped it, but it's still nowhere to be found. Like we got a mystery on our hands. We have to get to the bottom of this. Excuse me. I suspect foul play. Looks like this is a prime case for world-renowned detective. Hot mess.
Hmm?
Dude, it's time for a bro adventure. A bro venture.
Oh.
We high-five and decide to jog back to the park to see if we can find any
Hmm.
leads. So it looks like there's a couple more places to check and some bros around here that we could interrogate. Sounds good. Wait, who's good cop and who's bad cop? I think about it for a second. Well, I think with your stature and overall resilience, you would make an intimidating bad cop. But on the other hand, you do have an adorable baby strapped to your chest, so that softens the edges a bit. All valid points. I think you would make a great good cop because of your congenial attitude and willingness to try new things. But then again, I've seen how you get when there are too many commercial breaks during a show, so you have the potential to be a scary bad cop. I don't want to have to watch Meat Hell in 3-minute segments with 5 minutes of commercials in between, and they're loud, and the commercials are too loud. I just want to watch my shows in peace without people yelling at me to buy wiper fluid and stuff.
Dude.
Case in point. Let's play it moment by moment. Smart.
Hmm.
So, where to, protective? Go to the field. Wander out in the grassy field in the center of the park. There isn't a whole lot to see, but there are a few figures camped out on a blanket. The grass could hold any number of secrets. Matt and Carmencita. Let's talk to Matt and his daughter. Carmencita spots us from across the way and waves. She's sitting down with her dad on a sunny green patch of grass. We jog over. Hey, dudes. Hey, bro. We just sat down for a picnic. Want some snacks? Got anything to increase my glycogen reserves? We have apple slices? Thank you very much, tiny bro, but I should be fine. You guys working out? Good day for it. Yep, I'm the picture of health and athleticism. Good transition, Bruce. Say, you haven't seen a stuffed capybara around here anywhere, have you? What's a capybara? It's a large rodent that's native to South America. Wait a second. How do you know what a capybara is? You wouldn't happen to have hands-on experience with one recently, wouldn't you? We learned about capybaras in the 4th grade. I think it's more suspicious that you know what a capybara is.
Hey.
Oh my god. What if I took Arnold? What if I'm the culprit and just don't remember? Quickly check my body for any Polaroids I might have kept on my person to remind me of who to trust and who not to trust. I saw a memento once, and I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Nothing. But what if that's what I wanted myself to think? No, Bruce, don't let them win. I shake off the thought. I saw a couple squirrels over by that tree, though. I don't know if that helps, but if you want to see some cute squirrels, you should definitely check it out. Thanks for the hot squirrel tip, Carmencita. Well, better get moving. Gotta find that capybara before River has a total breakdown.
Hey.
Good luck! Let me get some apples for the road, though. Carmencita hooks me up with some road apple slices, and we're on the way. Maneuver back to the field. Look for clues. Carefully comb through the field and flowers. I can't seem to find much beside a couple of ladybugs and a nickel. While I'm looking, Craig crawls out to me from across the field. Bruce! I jog over. Craig is kneeling in the grass, expecting something. I approach, my heart in my throat. As I lean over Craig, I see it. This is Arnold's leg! Put my hand over River's eyes. No one should have to be subjected to this senseless violence. Oh my god, who or what would do this?
Oh, man.
I don't know, but I think we might be dealing with something beyond our grasp. I can't look at this anymore. I turn around and wipe the image of stuffing strewn across the ground from my mind. Running out of time. We may already be too late. Bag and tag it. Let's keep moving. Maneuver back to the field. Interrogate River. Wait, let me try this. It's always the culprit you least expect. I get eye to eye with River, who still looks like she's on the verge of tears. Good cop. Hey, sweetie, believe me, nobody wants to find your capybara more than me, but we need more clues. And I think somewhere in that baby brain of yours, you might have something that'll lead us to the perp. So what do you say, kiddo? Nah. Turn to Craig. We're getting nowhere with the witness. Maneuver back to the field. Check out the squirrels. Where did the suspect say the squirrels would be again? The tree. Ah, there they are. Armantino was telling the truth. Those are some rad squirrels. River seems happy. This may have bought us some extra time. Maneuver back to the field. Move to another part of the park. Where to now, bro? Go to the playground. Make our way over to a small playground at the edge of the park. A couple of kids play on the jungle gym, while parents watch nearby benches. Over on one of the benches, I spot a familiar face. Interrogate Joseph. Let's see what Joseph's up to. Jog over to Joseph. He seems to be engrossed in his book. Joseph. Joseph nearly drops his book. Hey guys, I didn't think I'd see you two out here. Bruce, are you exercising? Sure am. You know me. I just love to run and be healthy. That's kind of my whole thing. What are you reading? Oh, it's just a book on knots and rope tying.
Norm McDonald.
For boats. Boat ropes. BDSM. Right. Say, you didn't happen to see a stuffed capybara around here. What's a capybara? It's a large rodent that's native to South America. Joseph thinks for a second. I haven't seen one around. I'm getting more cozy. I'll tell the kids to keep an eye out. Your kids are here?
Bro.
Joseph looks around. They were here a second ago. Must have gone exploring in the park. Do you know where they could have run off to? They're kids. They get into mischief sometimes, but they always come back. Sounds a little suspect, Joseph. Mischief, you say?
Lawrence of Arabia.
Wait. Am I being interrogated right now? Only if you did something wrong. What are you hiding, Joseph? Whoa, kind of getting the third degree here. This is serious. There's a capybara on the line. I mean, you're more than welcome to ask Christian and Christy. I imagine they have their ears on the ground to all the latest playground drama. They might be somewhere in the woods. Thanks, Joseph. We'll let you get back to your rope book. Boat ropes! Sure. Thou don't protest too much. Look for clues. Greg and I, two grown adults, walked to the playground and began examining it meticulously for clues. There's no forensic evidence here. No stray capybara hairs, at least. After searching fruitlessly for some time, we look up. All the parents are staring at us. We smile and wave as we awkwardly slink away. Head back to the playground. Try to calm River down. Pretty nice playground. Might as well get a couple swings in. What about Arnold? Maybe having a little swing might calm River down. Might buy us some more time. You're right. She's about to go nuclear. Might prepare her for the possibility of not being able to find Arnold. Life is cruel and tough, but at least we'll always have swings. Greg straps River into the baby swings and gives her a gentle push. She giggles. I take a sweet on the sink next to her and immediately realize that I'm stuck. River seems to love that. Craig eventually helps me out of the swing, and we decide to go back to investigation. Head back to the playground. Move to another part of the park. I've deducted where we should go next. Go to the woods. Make our way to the outskirts of the park. There's a couple of benches by the dense tree line. Looks like Robert's here all by himself. It also seems to be like the perfect place to look for clues. Joseph's twins must be around here somewhere. Look for clues. Greg and I search through the outskirts of the woods, hoping to find anything that might lead us to Arnold. A couple of cigarettes and empty beer cans scattered around the thicket. It's probably a hot spot for edgy teens to hang out at night and say swears and stuff. It doesn't look like there was any recent activity that might be capybara related. Excuse me. Might be a dead end, partner bro. Turn to the woods. Joseph's twins must be around here somewhere. Interrogate Robert. Maybe Robert saw something. We walk over to Robert's bench. Hey, Rob. Don't call me that. Okay, hi, Robert. Don't call me that either. Okay. Hey, buddy. What are you up to? Thinking. This is my thinking bench. To get a solid 2 to 3 hours of brooding in per day, filling quotas. You by any chance seen a small stuffed capybara around? Capybara it's a large rodent native to South America. I know. So have you seen one? A stuffed one? Not a real one. That would be weird. Bad cop. Right, Robert. We've been nice. Help us out or I'm gonna go off. Learning how to fight. And then come back here and kick your ass. You? Learning how to fight? Please. Well, fine. If you don't tell us what we want to hear, I'm gonna spoil the season-long finale of Long Haul Paranormal Ice Road Ghost Truckers. You're bluffing. My buddy here doesn't play by the rules. Bruce will do it. Callum and Flint crash into a haunted. Stop! You're a monster! Robert sighs. I haven't seen any goddamn capybaras, okay? Crap. I was really nailing the bad cop bit, too. Thought for sure we had something. Now what, bro? Joseph said his twins were around here somewhere, but I have no idea where we're supposed to find them. Wait, those creepy kids? Why didn't you tell me they had something to do with this? Huh. Maybe I should have left the good bad cop routine to the pros on TV. Yeah, Robert, bro. Do you know where they are? I do. A lot of people underestimate the sense of a man who brodes. Saw them lurking here a little while ago. Where'd they go? Ran into the woods. I'd be careful, though. I don't trust them. Then again, I don't trust anyone. Not even you guys. Not even that baby. Brep. I take it back. You're an old soul, kiddo. Thanks for your help, Robert. The woods. Go deeper into the woods. I stare into the depths of the forest. Who knows what could be in there? Are you prepared for what we might face in here? Yes. I'm ready, partner bro. You? Nope. But if it gets River to stop crying, I don't care. Let's do this. Stare down the path into the woods, keeping our eyes and ears peeled for any signs of Arnold. There are no squirrels or birds anywhere. The silence is unsettling. The sun can barely peek through the canopy. It's colder here. Suddenly, we hear voices. I want to do it! You got to do it last time. Craig and I come to a clearing where we find Christian and Christy kneeling over something. Stop right there! Put your tiny hands where we can see them. Christian and Christy just stare at us. You heard the guy. Put your hands up. Kinda in the middle of something here. Yeah, can you come back later? What are you kids doing? Cutting stuff up? My heart's pounding. Is this the end of the line? I step closer. I can't believe what I'm seeing. A pair of safety scissors lies in the dirt, and it's Arnold. What have they done to him? Arnold! Goob! You heard the baby. Hand over the capybara. No fair. Finders keepers. No, not finders keepers. This is our property, and you've desecrated it. Well, how can you prove it's yours? Craig holds up Arnold's severed leg. I have to look away. You two got sloppy. You left evidence behind. Think you'll find this leg fits perfectly onto his body. Christian and Christy look at each other. They don't know what to do. How about a deal? You give us the capybara and we won't tell your dad about this. Fine. She hands over the stuffed animal. Give us those safety scissors. They're clearly no longer safe in your hands. She hands them over. Glad we could figure it out. Come on, partner. Craig and I start making our way out of the woods. He turns around and calls back to the twins. Tell your dad to stop letting you watch true crime shows. Fucking weird kids. Capybara back with its rightful owner, Craig and I shamble into a nearby diner. Exhausted from our adventure, we find ourselves a corner booth and settle in. That was a tough case, but we cracked it. We're different now. Changed. Did we get in too deep? It's nothing a hearty brunch can't fix. My stomach grumbles. I suddenly realize how big of an appetite I worked up. Brunch. Give me brunch. I have strong philosophies on brunch. You see, the first thing you do is divide your brunches between the bougie brunch, the upper class mimosas, and the Egg Benedict brunch, and the Grimy brunch. The Give Me Coffee and Bacon and Cheesy Hash Browns brunch. There's a time and a place for both, but I think most of life is about figuring out which one you need more. So, what kind of brunch dad are you, Bruce? Grimy brunch. Make it fried, oily, and clean the floors with a hose. I'll be happy. Fine choice, but wait. Aren't you on a health kick? Gotta treat yourself. Are we not dads, and is brunch not a higher calling than a mere diet? Student becomes the master. The waitress passes out menus, and as Craig situates River into a high chair. That your kid? You betcha. She's so cute. Hi, you. Blah. Hey, kid. Middle school is going to be really tough, but if you can make it through that, you can make it through anything. The waitress walks away after winking at Craig. Seems like you're the most eligible dad bachelor in town. Guess so. Anyway, here's the thing about brunch. You don't do business during brunch. Brunch is time for rest, relaxation, and a restoration with those you love. And while we're having brunch at a traditionally brunch time, the most important thing to remember is that brunch isn't a time, it's a state of mind. If you can't have brunch on your plate, you can always have brunch in your heart. I don't disagree with you. I just don't know if I can match your intensity. I'll open your eyes, bro. Just you wait. We order our food, and the waitress, after very blatantly hitting on Craig multiple times, eventually brings us our brunch feast. River munches on a cereal right next to us, more or less managing to get it in her mouth. Gotta say, man, it's great having you back around to hang with. Things have been so busy with work and fitness and kids, I just haven't had time to go out and get to know people. With you here, it's like we're picking up where we left off. I know the feeling, man. Moving to a new place could have been really rough for me, especially with Amanda going off to college soon. You're making this a lot easier. Craig smiles at me. Feels really good to go on another bro venture with you, dude, just like old times. For a while, I forgot about anything that was bothering me in my life, and it was just you and me and more coffee?
I don't know.
Oh, no thank you. So do you, like, work out? Yeah. Mostly calisthenics, but I try to lift as part of that regimen. That's so cool. I've been looking for a workout buddy, you know. I wish I could help you out, but I'm enjoying brunch with my workout bro right now. Hello. Well, if you change your mind... The waitress slides a folded note to Craig and walks away. Craig makes a face as he reluctantly puts it into his pocket. We can't take you anywhere, can we? Brett! It's a blessing and a curse, isn't it? Next time we hang out should be in the middle of the woods where people can't interrupt us. And also maybe in some different woods than the ones where little kids like to vivisect things. Craig laughs.
Nice.
Man, remember all our camping trips back in the day? Joshua Tree, Yellowstone? That was the best. I'd give anything to do that all over again. Dude, we should do a camping weekend. Oh, I don't know, bro. I'm an adult now. I have all these adult responsibilities. I don't think I could just drop everything to hang out in the woods for a few days, you know? Come on, dude. If we plan things right, we can do this. Craig, don't you ever do anything for yourself? Craig stares into his coffee mug. Of course I do. Yeah, like what?
I don't know.
Sometimes I let myself have one scoop of vanilla ice cream before bed, but only if I didn't meet my caloric intake for the day. Wow, Craig's getting wild.
I don't know.
Sometimes I let myself hit the snooze alarm, but only once. Dude, you gotta relax sometime or it's gonna kill you. Please come camping with me. Be so much fun, bro. Guess I could get Smashley to take the kids for the weekend. I'll think about it.
Nice.
Finish our brunch and head back to the cul-de-sac.
Oh.
By the way, great job keeping up today. Seems like you're already making a lot of progress. Huh. Probably gonna need a little bit of recovery time after this. Tell the girls I said hello. I will. See ya, protective. Say goodbye to Craig and step inside. God, I'm ready for a shower, a gallon of water, and a nap. I bet Amanda's still asleep. Crack open her door and find her still in bed, sleepily scrolling through her phone. Morning. afternoon, actually. Right. How was brunch? It was good. Just got a sidetrack because we had to travel into the depths of Maple Bay's dark underbelly to find a toy river dropped. But, you know, I actually feel pretty My legs give out. I find myself on the floor in the hallway. I'm just gonna hang out here for a while. You take your time getting up. Rip. Wow.
That was
We
a
did,
gold medal performance for sure.
we did pretty good with him.
Welcome. You've got dads.
We've got dads. So, Joseph, Brian, Craig. Let's go ahead and get Matt out of the way. Or before Beard. Instead of messaging the guy, why don't I just walk over and grab some coffee? Ugh. Feeling really sluggish today anyway. Amanda sticks her head out of her room. Father? Want to go to the coffee spoon? Oh, so you get called cool once and now you're the cool dad who hangs out at coffee shops and listens to that neo-jazz and stuff? Amanda, are you going to bring your laptop and your leather-bound journal so you can work on your poem anthology? Look, honey, do you want me to buy you coffee or not? Let me grab my laptop and leather-bound journal. Amanda and I make the short walk over to Coffee Spoon. The place is quiet today. There's a few people hanging out and reading books in the cozy little nooks. Walk up to the counter and see a familiar pierced face. Hey, you were the dudes I yelled at a bunch the other night. Amanda casts a sideways glance at me. He tried to sell me shirts. Who might you be, miss?
Aww.
This is my daughter, Amanda, the person I am father to and am very protective of. In order to make your acquaintance, my name is Pablo. Did I mention that I make witch house music? Wouldn't call it witch house music, but okay.
Ugh.
A piercing blow to my ego, though no one will dissuade my need to impress you. My innate dad senses tingle. I'm overwhelmed with a fatherly protective energy. I must do something to protect my child. Reappropriate lines from Taken. Listen here, Pablo. I have a very specific set of skills to, I can type pretty fast for people my age. Use so much Tarmahaler on my daughter's head, coming for you at a comfortable 80 words per minute after I practice a little.
Aw.
Dad. Bruce.
Oh.
Matt comes out from washing dishes in the back room to meet Amanda and I. He and I high five, as fellow cool people do. I see you've met my newest employee. At your service, although I'm only here until Vacant Veil starts their world tour. When's that? Well, we have to put out a record first. Alright, Pablo. Now what do we do with our customers again? Right, yes. Pablo clears his throat. Hello, good folk of Maple Bay. Can I interest you in a tasty caffeinated beverage? Smashing pumpkin spice latte, please. A classic. And you? Decaf for the cutie, Father John Misto, Americano football. Americano football.
Oh.
Coffee as strong as the band's feelings. Good choice. I don't get it.
Hey.
Oh, American football is a sport that is also this emo band. Made a good album and waited over a decade and then made another good album. And the music was very sad and sometimes featured sad trumpets. How are trumpets sad?
Hey.
And I'm over explaining the joke again. Coming right up. Pablo gets to work making our drink, while Matt observes him. He'll get the hang of it. For a goofy as dude as he is, kid works hard. Hey man, that concert was a lot of fun. We should hang out again. Hell yeah!
Hey.
Actually, I'm gonna be done training Pablo in a couple hours, and I was gonna go record shopping. You wanna come with? Absolutely. Let's go buy some records.
Hey,
Pablo brings us drink, and Amanda buries herself in her laptop. I spend my time sipping my drink and cracking jokes with Matt. Last time we hung out, he told me he had troubles hanging out with other people, but for some reason, he and I can talk and joke like old buds. It's weird. I feel really comfortable with him. Once Matt feels comfortable leaving Pablo on his own, I say goodbye to Amanda and we start walking to the record store. Have you ever been here before? No, I mean, we have a record player sitting in the living room, but all I have are 2 copies of Frampton Comes Alive. Oh, this should be fun then. We're gonna find you some good stuff. The walls of the store are packed with posters, artwork, stickers, and records. Few people mill around, flipping through milk crates of albums. Some indie band is playing through the speakers. It's a nice vibe. So, why do people still buy records? Isn't it kinda outdated at this point?
Hey,
There's a lot of people who will try to tell you that vinyl sounds warmer or more true to the artist's intent, but I think it's just nice to collect
yeah, sounds
records.
great.
It's cool in this day and age, we have just about every song ever created available instantaneously on our phones, but there's something about holding an album and getting to see the artwork in your hands I'll always love.
Oh,
That's why I try and get as many of the records that I love in physical form as possible. Remember when we were kids and have to wait around the radio with a cassette tape so we could record our favorite songs?
hey,
It made each listen really special. Mixtapes were even cooler because of how much work they took. Now you just make a playlist. I think the last time someone gave me a real mixtape was in high school.
oh,
We were burning CDs when I was in high school, so
I gotta sing the doom song
there's
now.
Patch.
I was really worried when I went to prostate exam. My doctor said, James, you got this, just don't get hard. Which I said, my name isn't James. He said, yeah, mine is.
Oh, Patch, that's awful and lovely. Thank you for the bits. Oh, how are you doing? How was your Christmas? Did Patch Jr. get anything cool and annoying that you totally don't want to yeet out the window? I look around the multi-level record store and spot some genres. Future wave, jungle, anarcho, punk, non-spoiletation. I have no idea where to even start. Man, it's a little overwhelming here. Let me help you find something you might like. If you were a milkshake, what flavor would you be? Purple. Cookies and cream.
hey,
Buy one type of candle scent for the rest of your life, what would it be? Daffodil, camouflage, summer breeze. Power Violence Cherry Blossom. Just cute. She got an American Girl doll. Oh boy. Transition from crib to a bed. Oh, that's so awesome. Which American Girl doll did she get? Was it one of the classics or is it one of the newer ones that I will have no idea about? Power Violence Cherry Blossom. What's your favorite ambient sound? Rain, bowling alley, Star Trek ambience, howl of bone chorus, rain. No fucking clue. I just know it's an American. I love it. Thank you. What's your dream vacation spot? My backyard, beside an active volcano, living off the fat of the land in Ibiza, starting a new life in the Baltics. Starting a new life in the Baltics. What's your deepest, darkest fear? Well, people are only nice to me because they want something from me. Fear I don't deserve happiness and won't ever get it. Ouch, what a mood. What if nobody exists and I fabricated the universe saying you to when the waiter tells you to enjoy your food? Ooh, those are 2 hard picks. Company knows how to make quality products. Good, good, good. I know a lot of furniture you get these days is cheap, especially when you get like the conversion from the crib to the bed. But prayers that she stays in and doesn't fall out, and good job on being in the big girl bed. Oh, the American Girl doll clamp. Wow. That's why it's $180. Matt thinks for a moment.
huh?
Oh, I know just the thing. Matt runs to the other end of the store and returns holding a record behind his back. He shows it to me. Trouble will find me by the National. Okay. Thanks for hanging out, Mags. I know, I'm streaming at a weird time today because I'm home. So. The National have honed their sad guy sound on album after album. By the point their old pros about feeling blue, music is so amazing it'll actually cheer you up. Whoa, dude, thanks for the recommendation. You're gonna have a great time with it, I promise. Matt and I bring our records to the cash register. A young girl with a septum ring and a buzz cut stands behind the counter with one earbud in. Usual stuff today, Matt?
Oh,
Just some light pickups. Matt places 3 albums on the counter. Swear I'm Good at This by Diet Sig, Forever by Mystery Skulls, and Greatest Hits by Remo Drive. Tight.
hey.
Cashier rings Matt up and hands back his album in a bag. She stares at me suspiciously. Who's the nerd?
Hey.
That nerd is my buddy Bruce. Bruce, this beacon of human charm is Molly. I got kicked out of art school for destroying my paintings at the end of every critique. Lovely to meet you. Anyway, Matt, is open mic night still on?
Hey.
You know it. Are the Third Wave going to do special acoustic performance? I might see if I can get a few of the girls together. There's an open mic night going on?
Hey.
Yeah, dude, we do it every month at the Coffee Spoon. Some amazing talent always comes through. Got a flyer for it right here. You and Amanda should come by that night. Matt blushes. I mean, if you're not doing anything. Will Vacant Veil be playing?
Hey.
If only. I finished paying for my record and we head out of the store. Man, what a trip down memory lane. I haven't been in a record shop like that since Vans had shag carpeting. Vans still don't have shag carpeting?
Mm.
Now that you mention it, isn't it strange to think all those little weird musical memories? How do you mean? Well, I think music is very time and place sort of thing. Song is important to me, not only in that I think it sounds good, but where was I and what was I doing when I listened to it? That's accurate. There's music that reminds me of exes, of struggles through school, of being so poor that I didn't know where my next meal was coming from, all that stuff. And listening to those songs reminds me of those moments of my life. Yeah, now that I think of it, even the pop concert Amanda made me take her to is special to me. I mean, I'm not really a fan of the band, but hearing their song on the radio reminds me of how young and excited more Amanda was. And then that even reminds me of younger me, going to see my favorite bands in concerts with all my friends. We would always go to my friend Cynthia Chapman's house beforehand and smoke pot in her basement like we were slick. Her parents definitely knew what we were doing. Wait, when was the last time you smoked pot? Matt stops and thinks for a moment. It's been decades. Dude, me too. Where do you even get pot now? Is that even what kids call it these days?
Mm.
I don't know.
Hey, yeah.
But I bet I could find out. Do you want to get high and listen to our new records? Yeah, why not?
Mm.
Takes out his phone and starts texting. After a few minutes, he looks up and smiles at me.
Oh.
Molly's got a hookup. Says to me, meet in the alley near the coffee shop. If this turns out to be the feds, you make a break for it and I'll take the heat. Just promise me that you'll raise Amanda like she was your own.
Mm.
You realize weed has been legalized in the state, right? I definitely knew that. But we live in dangerous time. Who knows what lurks in the seedy underbelly of Maple Bay? Find ourselves on the wrong end of a deal gone bad. Just look out for Amanda. I swear.
What?
Oh, here's our guy. Coming around the corner, one of those nasty grease dumpsters shrouded in darkness is a lean figure dressed all in black. Excuse me, Mr. Drugman? Surprised, the person almost jumps out of their skin. It's Lucy and Damien's son. Who sent you?
Wait.
We're cool, man. We're cool. Says who? For all I know, you could be with the feds. Actually, weed is legal. Prove you're cool. What? I need to know you're down or I bolt. Show him you're not wearing a wire. Impress him. Cite mutually assured destruction. Look, man, we're trying to buy drugs from you. We know you sell drugs. You have dirt on us, we have dirt on you. We're all in this together now. Look, it's fine. I get it. Buzzcut Molly said you were coming. Right. Now the formalities are out of the way. Let's make a deal. Alright. How much you want? One. One what?
Hey, dude.
Yeah.
Hey.
He means weed, Lucian. Yeah, but how much?
Hey, yeah.
1? Oh my god, look here. Take this and give me $10. Just don't tell my dad. Let's all forget this ever happened. I won't tell your dad if you don't. So he hands me a baggie of something and disappears down the alleyway. I open it and take a deep whips. Smells like genuine drugs. Yes, sirree.
Hey.
That went smoothly. Yeah, we should get off public property before we smoke this. Great idea. Let's head back to my place, yeah? Matt and I walked to our cul-de-sac and stopped at the gas station on the way to buy rolling papers and soda. I feel like I'm 16 again. Carmencita's having a sleepover tonight. That gives us all the time we need to do drugs.
Hey, yeah.
Awesome, let's do some drugs. Pulls the record out of his bag and puts it on for us. I plop down on the comfy leather couch and look around his place. It's a bunch of band posters, and his record collection takes up almost an entire wall. Whoa, what a collection.
Hey.
Been collecting my whole life. It's nice to finally get them all in one place. After being on the road so much of my life, had to ask my parents to hold on to them for me. Matt sits down next to me and we lay the marijuana drug out on the coffee table. Do you want to do the honors? Please. It's your house. You say so. Matt pulls out some rolling prickles, paper, and sprinkles some of the beatnik tobacco onto a piece. He starts rolling it back and forth, and the paper breaks almost immediately, spilling drugs all over the couch. Never was too good at this. Matt tries again and is able to successfully roll a nice-looking weed cigarette. He hands me the lighter and the blunt. I think I'll take it. Well, let's open the nug, rip the golf fairway.
Hey, yeah.
Is that a word? Yes. I like to joint and inhale deeply. This is not what I remembered. It's been a while though. Maybe pot drugs just have gotten more potent since the last time I smoked. I passed the joint to Matt, cough a little. Should it be stinging this much, or am I just a baby? Matt takes a hit and his eyes go wide. That's not weed. Oh god. Did we develop a taste for meth? No, it's... Matt takes another hit and winces. Yeah, this is oregano. Sniffs the air. Yeah, that would definitely explains why it smells like a pizza place in here. Little punk ripped us off. Oh well, we can still relax and enjoy the music sober. You know what? You're right. We sit and listen to the Diet Sig album that Matt bought, which is catchy as hell. I look around the room again and see photos of Carmencita growing up. Spot a young woman with a huge smile in one of the pictures with the two. Who's that? Oh, that's Rosa. She was Carmencita's mother. She died when Carmencita was young. Aw. Sorry to hear that. Amanda lost Alex at a young age, too. I can understand how hard that must have been. I look around the room again, spotting a framed gate poster hanging on the wall. On it is an illustration of Matt and Rosa surrounded by flowers. The cursive lettering reads, Stillness the Dancing. Looks like they played the Soundgarden over a decade ago. Were you two in a band together? Yeah. That was the reason I was touring so much when I was younger. We traveled the whole country in this rinky-dink little van. It was hard to start, but once we started gaining notoriety, seeing how much our songs meant to kids, it was just incredible. Wow, that seems like a life only some people dream of. It was, and it was difficult at the time. Couldn't have done it without someone by my side. Rosa and I knew that we couldn't do it forever. The long hours on the road, missing your family, sleeping in the van, all that stuff. So once she became pregnant with Carmencita, we put down roots in our favorite town to play in, right here. Since she was a kid, Rosa always had a dream to own a quiet little coffee shop. She died before it opened. I am so sorry.
Oh, man.
Don't be. Not really sure what to say. Couldn't possibly count the number of times I told people the same thing after Alex died. Matt gets up and flips the record. Next to the turntable, I notice a dusty piano. Do you play? I'm out of practice. I used to jam on the keys back in the day. Oh yeah? I fronted the hottest 7-piece ska band that Eagle Rock Bay High School had to offer. No way. You had a ska phase? Ska never dies. Except for Ska Communist Manifesto. Broke after the senior talent show to pursue solo careers. Dude, that's so rad. Matt pulls out the piano bench. Give me some of that two-tone love. Oh man, let's see if I still got it. Excuse me. I sit down at the piano bench. Stick to your ska roots. Hey, I think I'm doing it. I'm playing ska. Wait, was that just smoke on the water? Matt, forgotten how to play. The deep purple is always appreciated nonetheless. Alright, buddy. Can you top that? I shouldn't. Oh, come on. No. It's been a long time. Never too late to get back into it. Matt, you just sat through a butchered version of Deep Purple Smoke on the Water. How much worse can it be? Matt stares at the piano for a second. Okay. Okay. Matt closes his eyes and runs his fingers over the key. He breathes in deep and starts playing a melody. If I didn't know he hadn't played the piano in a long time, I never would have guessed it. Matt plays a soft, sweet tune filled with emotion. Never heard it before. Is this one of his original works? This is so cool. Matt finished the songs and finally opens his eyes. How was that? That was amazing. Oh, it's nothing. Come on, man, that was killer. Are you gonna put that up for the open mic night? Oh no, I never played those. Well, why not? You're really good. It's just... I just don't do it anymore. I don't like being up there alone and having so many people stare at me. Doesn't feel fun anymore. I feel that, dude. I can sense that Matt's getting uncomfortable at the thought of it. I won't push him any further. Alright, man. Hope you know how beautiful your music is. Thanks. Matt and I settle around listening to more records until it gets late and I decide I need to go to bed. Matt walks me to my door. Let's never tell anyone about the oregano, okay? Deal. Wait, can I tell the doctors? I don't know anything about the health effects of smoking oregano, and I think we'll be fine. Night, dude. I smile. Night. Walk inside. The house is dark save for a sliver of light coming from beneath Amanda's door. Knock lightly on the door and enter Amanda's room. She's sitting at her desk with her camera editing photos. Hey, Amanda. Amanda swivels around in a chair and faces me and slips down. What smells like a pizza parlor in here? What? Nothing. So, what's up? Dad, I'm hungry.
Whoa!
Wait, no. Hi, hungry. No. I'm Dad. Amanda collapses on the floor. I promised myself I'd never let it come to this. Sorry, kiddo, you set it up. I spike it down. You're a monster. Want some spaghetti? Yes, please. Amanda and I boil pasta and heat up sauce in a pan, while I boil pasta and heat up sauce while Amanda watches. Despite my best efforts, I'm not able to set it on fire. How was record collecting? It was great. Did you know Matt used to play in a band? No way. Was he good? I don't know if the band was good, but he played some piano for me tonight, and it was amazing. Played piano for you? Dude, yeah. I brought up that he should play an open mic night that's happening in the coffee shop, but he got kind of weird about it. Hey, I saw a flyer for that. We should go. It's not too late to start up a father-daughter punk band and play a couple tunes there. Yeah, let me break out my glockenspiel. I think I only know hot cross buns, but we can work off the chord progression. Amanda and I have a nice dinner before she goes back to her room to do photography stuff. I end up watching True Life. I'm a house hunter. Staging an intervention for a house hunter who's crying uncontrollably over the color of walls. They know they can paint the walls of their house any color they want, right? That song is stuck in my head all night. Not
even
awful.
Pitchfork would like that.
Not awful.
Welcome. You've got Dads.
Okay. Let's go with Robert. I had a lot of fun with Robert last time we hung out, but I'm beginning to wonder if he's dodging me. I tried messaging him a few times on Dadbook. It says he hasn't read them. Haven't even seen him come out of his house, actually. I decided to send him one last message, figuring this will produce the same result. Hey man, don't know where you've been, but we should grab a drink soon. Walk away from my computer, because at this point, I know he's not messaging me back anytime soon. Linger in the kitchen. I'm all caught up on work. The house is relatively clean. Maybe I should do something nice for Amanda. I'll bake her favorite pie. Root through the pantry and pull out all the ingredients. This is an old family recipe I used to make with my grandmother when I was a kid. I lost the actual recipe card a long time ago, but I think I'll be able to remember how to bake it. Start mixing the ingredients together for the crust until I get a nice grow. Throw some cherries into the saucepan to make the filling. Normally I don't like to multitask in the kitchen. It's cherry pie is a piece of cake. Pie? It's a piece of pie. Making a pie. Ah man, can never remember what temperature you're supposed to set the oven at. Pretty sure it's 375, but I could be wrong. Who am I kidding? I'm never wrong when it comes to this pie. My special twist on Grandma's recipe includes a secret ingredient that not even Amanda knows about. It really makes the cherries extra flavorful. God, why can't I remember what the secret ingredient is? More cherries. Oh, it's more cherries. Duh. Being the most important part of cherry pies, I truly believe you can never have enough cherries. Let's turn the cherry dial to 11. Oops, accidentally poured a little too much in. Way too much. I'm sure it's fine. Baking is an art, and some of the most beautiful art is made from mistakes. Finally get the pie in the oven. How long am I supposed to leave it in here? 15 minutes. I'll just swing it. Amanda's gonna be so excited. The kid loves a good pie. Have a seat at the kitchen table and do word jumbles until Amanda comes home. Hear the door slam open. Yo, Pops, what smells like pie in here? It's pie, sweetie. Amanda darts over the oven and looks inside. Yes. Hey, it's not done. Be patient. What's your angle here? What? Pies are an objective-based confection. What are you trying to get out of me? I've been leading a double life. Amanda, I have terrible news for you. I'm actually a pro skateboarder, an aspiring astronaut, and bank robber. Lifestyle is calling me back, and I must go. One last job. You know how it is. The pie was the only way I knew how to tell you. Hi, sir. Well, I appreciate the years we spent together, but a trade-up is a trade-up. Remember me when you're kicking your feet up in Ibiza. Thanks for all the pie. Share a cordial handshake. Wait a few minutes before taking the pie out of the oven. Set it on a rack to cool, and guard it so Amanda doesn't dig in before it's ready. Huh. What? Does it look kind of weird to you? Oh, that's just me taking artistic license on what cherry pie means to me emotionally. Oh, I'm just saying this because, you know, it seems like you might have baked the pie incorrectly. And you're currently, right now, trying to pass it off as a good thing. It's art, sweetie. Was it art when you accidentally baked a whole uncracked egg into the center of my 12th birthday cake? Well, Was it art when you tried to make brownies and accidentally created chlorine gas? That's a bit of an exaggeration. Was it art when you... Just eat the pie, Panda! Cut us a few slices and we sit down to eat. Cherry filling oozes out of the sides and the buttery crust glistens. Watch as Amanda takes a bite. Ugh. What's wrong? Is it not good? Amanda winces and fans her mouth. No. I just burned the heck out of the roof of my mouth. This pie's amazing. Sorry for doubting you. Breathe a sigh of relief and take a bite. She's right. Pie is pretty incredible, as it always is. I'm really proud of you for making pie without burning the new house down. I got a few dad tricks up my dad's sleeve. Maybe fathers aren't bumbling and as stupid as the media makes us out to be. Maybe we as a society should have a little more respect for fathers as a whole. Dad, your sleeve's on fire. I run to the sink and put myself out. Pride will be my undoing. Amanda and I clean up the kitchen and play a little more living room hoops before she retreats to her room to do homework. Go back to my word jumbles. Hey, this one spells cat. The rest of the evening trickles by. We eat dinner, help Amanda out with one of her scholarship applications, and we both start getting ready for bed. Decide to check Dad book one last time before climbing into bed. Still nothing from Robert. Huh. Hope he's okay. Turn out the lights and lie down. Hey, Bruce. Hey, Bruce. Hey, I'm outside. Come outside. Ugh, what is that? I was just on the verge of falling asleep. Climb out of bed and try to identify the source of the dinging. My computer screen illuminates the dark room. Walk over to it, ready to turn it off, when I notice what's happening on screen. Don't make me honk. I will honk. Get out here. Look out my window, and sure enough, Robert's leaning up against his pickup truck in my driveway. Open my door and try to figure out what's going on. Hey. Hey?
Hey.
Wanna hang? It's kinda
Huh?
sleeping. That's no
Hmm.
fun. Come on, hang out. I would argue that sleeping is very fun, but I don't have anywhere to be in the morning. Might as well live a little.
Hmm?
Sure. Cool. You plan on going out like that? I look down and realize that I am in fact not wearing pants. I mean, I don't mind. Right, 1 second. Run inside and throw on my going out pants, shoes, and a jacket. Grab my keys and meet Robert back outside. Ready? Ready.
Mm-hmm.
Hop in. Jump into the passenger seat of his old red pickup truck. I have to move a few empty cigarette packs and gas station receipts out of the way before I can sit. Robert silently starts the car and we drive out of the cul-de-sac.
Hey.
You like Tom Waits? Where's that rag, baby? I love... Before I can answer, Robert turns up the radio. Yep, Tom Waits, alright. Lights a cigarette and cracks the window. We drive together in silence. So, where are we going? Robert doesn't respond. Robert? Oh, I heard you. He still doesn't answer my question. Look out the window and notice that Robert is taking us to the highway. I twiddle my thumbs. Well, whatever I've gotten myself into, looks like I'm in it for the night. Settle myself into my seat and watch the streetlights pass by. Glance over at Robert, who's driving intently. He looks tired, as always does, but there's something a bit more there that I just can't place. Say nothing. I remember when Robert said about hating small talk and decided to keep my mouth shut. He notices me staring. Stop looking so nervous. I'm not nervous. I'm a little nervous. Just hang on. We're almost there. Almost where? I have no idea where we are. I think we're moving at a slight incline, but I'm not so sure. We eventually come to a stop. Robert gets out of the car and I sit for a second, unsure if he wants me to get out too. What are you waiting for? Excuse me. I hastily exit the car. Robert sits on the bed of the truck and pats a spare space next to him. I sit down and take in the view. We're on a hill overlooking the city skyline against the bay. Cool night air rustles some trees near us. Lights blink in the distance. Off to the side, I see an entrance to a dense forest. Man, it's so gorgeous. This is where I come to masturbate. What?
Oh.
I'm kidding. What's wrong with you? This is where kids come to neck.
Oh.
This is my spot where I come to think. It's nice. You can see the whole city from up here. Really gives you some perspective. Robert reaches behind him and pulls something out from under his jacket. It glints in the moonlight. Suddenly, I realize what it is. Oh shit, that's a knife. Oh, please don't stab me. Robert reaches into a pocket and pulls out a small piece of wood. Please don't stab me with that either. Robert takes the knife to the piece of the wood and starts carving it. Oh, I breathe a very audible sigh of relief as Robert looks sideways. Did you think I was going to stab you just now? What? No. Hate to break it to you, but I did, in fact, bring you out here to harvest your organs. Play along. Yeah, well, you caught me in your trap, but I knew. For years I've been putting the most of vile junk food in my body in preparation for this day. Come at me, friend, and reap what you will. 2 steps ahead of you at all times. It's how I operate. Haha, nothing gets past you, huh? Robert reaches into his pocket and pulls out a folding knife that he opens and hands to me. I'm gonna warn you, the last guy I had a knife fight with lost 3 fingers because he didn't know the 8 basic rules of knife fighting. Familiar, correct? I honestly can't tell when you're kidding. I'm so many levels of irony deep that I've forgotten what humor is. He and I laugh. Have you ever whittled before? Considering I'm not a grandpa, no. What do you mean by that? Well, just thought you'd have to have a block of wood shipped to you along with your first social security check. Bruce, I'll have you know that whittling is a time-honored tradition enjoyed by both young and old alike. That you're dismissing it before you've even tried it speaks volumes about your character. However, because I've gotten to know you for some time and have come to think of us as friends, I'm willing to attribute to ignorance instead of malice. What I'm trying to say is, go get that stick. Robert motions to a good-looking stick on the ground. Perfect potential for whittling. I pick it up. The most important thing to remember while whittling is to cut with the grain, not against it. If you cut against the grain, the wood's gonna splinter. Isn't that the most important thing safety? No. Getting hurt comes with the territory. Look at my damn hands. Look at his damn hands. They're calloused and covered in little white scars. They're very nice hands. Can't make a stick omelet without breaking a few hand eggs. Alright.
Knife that wood.
Sharp stick knitting needle. But only one. Useless knitting needle. Tell me about this one. Tongue depressor. Put that in my first aid kit. Never know when I might need one. Cool. What's the story here? Something to make me look tougher. It's working. Think you could take me in a fight? Probably. Made tough guy accessory. What's this? Ouija board planchette. Now all we need to do is carve up a board and we're set. Also, maybe carve up a ghost. So soothing. Self-portrait. Spitting image view. Like, just pick what you think he's gonna like. Chopstick. Ambidextrous. It's a stick. Boom. A swan. Nice word. Made the meanest bird. Incorrect. Goose. Geese are the meanest birds. Hey, it's a pony. Sir Horsington the Brave. Brave and noble name for a brave and noble creature. Man, a beautiful gift for Amanda, see? That's why you picked Sir Horsington, Zelda. Robert and I sit for a silence for a while, carving our pieces of wood. I think I'm getting the hang of this. It's actually kind of relaxing. I glance over to see Robert working on. He's carving a smaller wooden knife. Ugh. I'm distracted. The knife slices into my thumb. Blood gushes all over my little wooden carving. Robert is lost in carving, doesn't notice me bleeding everywhere. Robert still doesn't notice. Robert, I'm dying. Bleeding to death. Robert finally looks over. He reaches into his jackets and Jesus, how much stuff does this guy keep in there? And pulls out a red bandana. He wraps it around my thumb. Hold tight. Hops out of the truck and I can hear him rummaging around in the car. Comes back a moment later with a well-stocked first aid kit. Robert carefully wipes the blood off my hand, swipes a bit of antiseptic onto the cut. With surprising gentleness, he places a bit of gauze on the wound, wraps it all up. You okay? Yeah, I'm good. Hands me what's left of the tube of antiseptic. Make sure to keep the cut clean. It's oddly touching and a little sexy. I guess I'm a real whittler now. That you are. Just be careful though. They're attracted to the smell of blood. Wait, what? What's attracted to the smell of blood? Cryptoids. Cryptids. Tons of them out here, you know. Cryptids like Mothman and stuff? Mothman is bullshit, but yeah, this town's a hotbed for cryptozoological occurrences. You're joking. Oh, how I wish I were. I'm a skeptic myself, or at least I thought I was. There are things in these woods that we can't possibly comprehend. I think about my entire time in this city. Aside from this occasional stray coyote, I don't think it's too bad. You ever hear of the Dover ghost? I don't think so. Well, let me tell you a story. I was out in the woods here one weekend on a camping trip with Betsy. You don't know Betsy, but she's a big pup. Pitbull. Real intimidating. Feel safe around her. First night goes off without incident. I get some solitude. Betsy gets to pee wherever she wants. All good stuff. Second day, I get the idea in my head that I can hike deeper into the woods. Probably against my better judgment. But hey, we're having a fun camping trip, right? So me and Betsy start marching in the morning. It's a little late, we set up camp, but it's different this night. Real quiet. I can't hear the birds, the crickets, squirrels, nothing. Dead silent. Then it happens. I hear the most unholy growl I've ever heard in my life. Right outside my tent. Me and Betsy, we go to investigate. We look around the clearing. Nobody's there. But there's this feeling. Not sure I can quite describe it. I know something. I know something is watching us. Betsy, though, she's scared. Never seen her like that. She's scared of. And when she's scared, I know I should be too. And then I see it in the distance. A man. But if something that didn't know what a man was supposed to look like made it, it just looked wrong. Big arms. Big. Arms too long for its body. Black eyes. Just stood there and stared at me. Then it disappeared. I hear one yelp from Betsy and I turn around to check on her, but she's gone. Into thin air. I didn't sleep at all in my tent that night. And I don't think I've slept right since. That's terrible. Wow. Robert. So sorry. If you listen closely on quiet nights just like tonight, you can hear the howl of the Dover ghosts. Howl resonates through the woods. Doesn't sound like a regular howl. It's so guttural, even from far away. Something about it makes my skin crawl. Okay, Robert, really funny. Turn to look at Robert. He's white as a sheet. You're messing with me, right? I was messing with you up until literally just now. Totally made the camping story up. I strained my eyes and scanned the forest line, trying to see where the howl originated from. Off in the distance, I see something. So far away I can barely make out a shape. It looks human, but it's dragging something. Oh, do you see that? We should go. Robert and I slowly back away and get into the truck. He turns off the headlights and we make a slow crawl away, back onto the road. Too scared to look back. What was that? The Dover ghost, I guess. I chuckle nervously. This time doesn't seem like he's messing with me. Or maybe someone illegally dumping garbage on a wildlife preserve? Yeah, that's the story we'll tell ourselves. We sit in silence for a little while longer, the fear of whatever that was slowly subsiding as we get closer to the city. Thanks for coming out. This was fun. Sorry I haven't been in touch. I've just been in a way lately. I had to get out of the house. I had to be around somebody. You doing okay, man? Robert thinks for seconds and lights another cigarette. Been doing a lot of thinking. Takes a long drag. I get older, the more I feel I'm just drowning in the sea of regret. I was so busy chasing these things that I thought would make me happy, and I didn't think about anyone else. All I cared for was myself. I didn't even think. Robert stops. I wait for him to finish his thought, but he just stares at the road. Maybe I'm just built like this. Maybe I do it to myself. Maybe it's my own choice that I'm as unhappy as I am. Trying to think of something to say. I remember all the times in my life when I've been sad. There's a great many of them, but there were always light at the end of the tunnel. Something I held on to keep me going. But there's something so resigned about the way Robert's talking. Sucks. I'm glad you told me. Glad you told me. It's taken a lot for you to want to tell somebody this. You're a mysterious guy, Robert. You don't have to be. Do you ever wish you were a better father? Think about it for a second. All the time. You can really read all the parenting books you want, but nothing will ever prepare you for raising a child. Ugh. There's so much stuff I regret or wish that I could have done better, but I don't have the answers. I don't know if anyone does. It's funny, I look at you and your relationship with your daughter and it seems perfect. It isn't. At least you're there for her. I stare out the window and at the blur of passing trees. I just hope I'm a better father to my kid than my dad was to me. What did your dad do? It's more about what he didn't do. He was quiet, stoic. Don't think he ever once told me he loved me. He cared more about his work than he ever did me or my mom.
I don't know.
Do you hate him? No, I used to, but after I became a parent, I just kind of feel bad for him. He missed out on my whole childhood. When I think about all of my happiest moments in my life, they're all with Amanda and Alex. He just wasn't there. Hurt like hell when I had to leave him to die in that Belarusian prison. What? I turn around. I turn and smile at him. No, he's retired in Florida with my mom. We go there every Christmas. We both break out into laughter. He pats me on my shoulder. We drive the rest of the way in silence, listening to the radio and watching the bright lights of the city grow bigger. Robert drops me off at my place. I'm about to close the passenger door. I realize that I still have Robert's pocket knife in my jacket. Pull it out and offer it back to him. You hold on to that. Never know if you might need it. Night, Robert. Have a safe drive home. Robert smirks and then pulls away. Then immediately pulls into his driveway, which is one over from mine. Gets out and waves. Tiptoe into the house, careful not to wake Amanda up. Whoa, where'd you come from? I look around and spot Amanda coming out of the kitchen with a glass of water. I thought you were sleeping. Oh, Robert woke me up to go cryptid hunting. You know Mothman is bullshit, right? Amanda, you know what? It's fine. Thinking about the conversation I had with Robert in the car as Amanda starts walking towards her room. Hey, Amanda? She stops. I love you. It's weird when you say it outright and sincerely like that, but I love you too. Night. I chuckle to myself. Finally decide to go to bed. Date complete. How did we do? Pretty well with Robert.
Uh-oh, where'd my pants go?
Knife Dad.
You've got dads.
Do I? Okay, so that's second dates with everybody. Hugo and Damien. Okay, I'm gonna take a little break here, and we'll come back to it. Shouldn't be too long. I just need to get up and stretch and use the restroom, and then I will be right back. So get up, look away from the device that you're using, TV, computer screen, phone, tablet, whatever. Get a stretch. Do you have meds that you need to take? If you forgot, can you still safely take them? And we will be right back, guys. Have a good break. Okay. Oh, I'm blurry. Look at that. Hold on. Whoa, camera. That got weird. I don't know why it dropped to Dream Daddy. It's right there. Weird. Okay, anyway. I'm back. I don't know how much longer my voice is gonna hold up, so we'll probably do these next 2 dates, and then we might call it a stream, because that would be a good place to stop, because that just leaves the final dates, which should be doable in a couple streams, so go to Hugo. Depending on how I feel, we might do one final date, but we'll see. We see. Should take Hugo up on his offer to hang out sometime. A lot of fun with him at the aquarium. Type out a message to him on Dadbook. Hey, still want a cheese board? Hugo responds within a few minutes. Colin is still being a humongous shithead. He won't stop sending pictures of Jackie Chan in a mesh shirt to the printer, and it's a nice picture, but it's wasting all my paper. Whoops, sorry, meant that for another teacher, but seriously, he's insufferable. There's pictures of Jackie Chan everywhere. I type back. They have a couple for me. My Jackie Chan scrapbook is a little light on content, and I think this would really round it out. Hal, let me get back to you after class ends. I stand up from my computer and stretch. Well, guess there's only one thing to do for now. Dad nap. Hop onto the couch and turn on some Antiques Road Warrior for the background noise. I got this ornate cabinet from a yard sale for $5 in 1982. To be told that it once belonged to a Confederate general was a huge surprise, so it'll feed my tribe for weeks. Really, I like the way the appraiser's voice echoes through the mouthpiece of his leather armor bondage gear. Maybe this is that ASMR thing Amanda keeps telling me about. I drift off to sleep. I'm all snuggly today. Hey, sorry about that. Colin's in the principal's office now. He says he knows Jackie Chan personally, and Jackie won't be happy to hear this. Jolted awake by a Dadbook message from Hugo. Get off work in a little while, and I continue to be very serious about cheese boards. I fumble out a reply. Yeah, so am I. Hugo and I work out the details, and I'm set to meet him in a few hours. Amanda walks in the door just as I'm about to leave. What's up, Buttercup? Just getting home from school. Where are you going? Oh, I have a meeting with the board. The board? A cheese board is what I meant. I'm getting cheese with your teacher. Will you be able to fend for yourself until dinner time? Yeah, I'll live, but only if you talk him into going easy on me for the final. Sorry, buddy. That ball's in your court. What's in my court, you ask? Just a variety of delicious cheeses, meats, and their accompanying crackers. Maybe some olives. A little bit of fig jam? Yes, I get it. You're excited about the cheese. Sweetie, you'll get it one day. Now I gotta go see a man about some manchego. Please leave. I walk into a quaint French diner, and Hugo waves me down to a booth in the corner. He looks pretty tired. Long day? Every day is a long day when you teach middle schoolers. Colin started a gambling ring. Pictures of Jackie Chan were just a cover. He's bartering in those little rubber band bracelets that are also shapes. The one that parents think means sex stuff? Those ones, yeah. The reports are just as sensationalist news media capitalizing on the fear of suburban parents as usual. At least I hope. Yikes. Right now, I'm very ready for some fine wine and some delicious cheese. Waitress stops by and takes our order for the biggest cheese plate you have. For the love of God, just please put the cheese in my mouth, and recommends us some wine. Do y'all want a scorecard for trivia? There's trivia. Yep, starting here in a few minutes. Pretty much everyone's playing. We'd love to play, right, Bruce? Yeah, sure. Waitress hands us a scorecard and a few pencils before leaving. I might not be much help here. I'm not very good at being smart, I guess. Come on, I doubt it'll be too hard. Bruce. I turn to see Matt and Brian here with their daughters, looking like they're ready for trivia. They come up to our table and greet us. Hey guys, y'all here for the old question and answer game, right? Yep, we come here every week, but Brian and Daisy carry the team. Carmencita and I are just here for the cheese. Provolone 2 lost to New York has been reigning champions for the last month. Man, Brian's great at trivia too. That raises the stakes. Great name though. Solid team name. Carmencita's claim to fame. It hurts me how good I am at puns. Like father, like daughter.
Hey,
Guys gonna try and give us a run for our money? We'll see what we can do. We're just here for the cheese too. Listen, trivia is great, but we all know the real trivia championships are the cheeses we ate along the way. I don't know if that's how that phrase works, but I understand and appreciate the sentiment. Think up a good team name, but I think this will be fun. Good luck. Brian, Matt, and their daughters head back to the table. Well, I guess we need a name.
Oh.
Got any ideas? Easy breezy, beautiful. Havarti like it's 1999. Ah, real monsters. Craigslist Swiss connections. Havarti like it's 1999. That'll do just nicely. Poor boy left here at like 9:30. He's just leaving to go to work now. Waitress comes by with our cheese board, and we revel in its glory. Can see pieces of cheddar with my name on it. Pair it with some strawberry preserves and slide it into a dairy-induced ecstasy. Such a fine variety of cheese and charcuterie that I'm positively overwhelmed. Quick dip into the seasoned nuts, a slice of savory yet salty Gouda, or perhaps Rico. I can't pronounce that word. Crisp. Focaccia crisp top with honey and goat cheese. I am so happy. Hugo raises his glass at me. Cheers to the cheese. Hey, hey! Middle-aged man in a backwards baseball cap, sunglasses, cargo shorts, stalks out of the back with the frantic energy of a radio DJ. Everybody ready for some trivia? The restaurant cheers. Oh man. Looks like everyone's really into this. That's what I like to hear. For those who don't know me, I'm Quizmaster Quinn. My actual name's Richard. I just like the alteration. More cheers.
Master Quinn.
See, somebody brought your children here tonight. That's cool. My children won't speak to me.
Hey!
I'm just joking around. Classic Quizmaster Quinn humor. It's actually my wife that won't speak to me. She doesn't want kids. Let's get into some questions. First category is literature. Excellent. You know who loved literature? My dead father. I looked up to him so much. More jokes. Classic Quizmaster quips. Trying to say, keep it light here, folks. Just thought my wife was the light of my life. Hugo, you got this literature stuff, right? Does Franz Kafka have an irrational fear of one day waking up as a large, grotesque insect-like creature? Yes. This is the continent that encompasses the realms of Gondor, Rohan, Mordor, and Lothlorien. Other notable sites include Isengard, Mirkwood, and Rivendell. What's the Elvish name for this continent? Oh god. Oh boy. I think it's Endor, but I'm gonna cheat because I'm terrible at. Endor.
Correctamundo.
Who was the writer and creator of that created Tarzan and John Carter of Mars? Oh boy. Edgar Rice Burroughs.
Correct.
We're cheating here and I'm not ashamed. Edmond Dantes. The Count of Monte Cristo.
Correct.
I think he's doing crowd work. He stops by me and Hugo's table. Whoa, nice cheese plate you got there. Thank you. How's the cheese tasting, big guy? Good. Ah, great. Cheese used to be my favorite, but then I developed a lactose intolerance later in life. I did, but it wasn't later in life. It was when I was in high school. Sorry to hear that. Also developed clinical depression. That's a fucking mood. Oh. People don't tell you just get over lactose intolerance, right? Nobody's like, have you tried exercising to get rid of your debilitating dairy allergy? You need to choose not to let your throat close up when you eat brie? Anything? Does that scan? I'm trying to workshop a routine here. Quizmaster Quinn wanders off to another table. Want to start the next round? Cheers from the audience. Next round is cinema. Oh man, I love movies. Sometime I'll treat into them for days on end because I'm obsessing over a fictional universe is easier than engaging in my real emotions and problems. God, doesn't that hurt? Frodo Baggins, am I right? Is he okay? I think it's just his character, I hope. How's your cinema? Spotty. I don't know a lot about movies, but if there's any questions about bad horror movies, I can be of service. That's an interesting one. A bit of a guilty pleasure. In Return of the Jedi, what does Luke ask Leela if she remembers? A real mother.
Correct.
What Undertaker? Fourth. Right, Gremlins too. Hulk Hogan.
Correct.
Which of these 80s does not feature India America? Which 80s? Poltergeist?
Correct.
Over the table and give them a friendly but tentative nod. I lock eyes with Brian, get a much firmer nod. And the next category is wrestling. Okay, time to get boned. Hugo grabs my arm. Wait, I got this. Huh? Man, you know who I would want to wrestle with? Literally anyone. Crave human interaction. Please, put me in a chokehold. This guy's got issues. Please, it's been so long since I've been held. I can only process my emotions by making jokes out of them. I get that. Let's start the quiz. Remember, this lightning round, the first people to answer get the point. Look over at Hugo. He's focused. He's in it for the win. This was the original name of Stone Cold Steve Austin, his debut for WWE. Hugo's hand shoots up. Yes. The enthusiastic one over there. Steve Austin debuted as the ringmaster. That's correct. Points to Havarti like it's 1999. Next question. This city was location of the first ever WrestleMania. Hugo's hand shoots up again. Yes, the one looked like he's known the answer for his entire life. First WrestleMania was held in New York at Madison Square Garden, 1985. Another correct answer for Havarti like it's 1999. Hugo's destroying these questions. He's so passionate about this. I've never seen him act like this before, and honestly, it's kind of hot. Oh, tough one. This title match went down in history as the shortest match at WrestleMania to date. Hugo jumps up, more excited than I've ever seen him in his life. Chavo versus Kane. Oh, sorry, Bucko, but that's incorrect. The answer is actually Daniel Bryan versus Sheamus at WrestleMania 28. No, that's absolutely wrong. The real record is Chavo Guerrero and Kane, WrestleMania 24, March 30th, 2008. Kane took down Chavo with one chokeslam and pinned him for the 3 count. Will not stand for this travesty. Hey man, I'm just reading from the card here. I don't actually write these. Well, you're still wrong. What are you, my ex-wife? Crowd erupts in laughter. Hugo blushes, retreats to his chair. Fine. Wow, Hugo seemed really fired up about that. Where did he get his encyclopedia of knowledge on wrestling? How'd you know so much about wrestling? Oh, I just picked the stuff up. Sounds suspect, but it seems he doesn't want to talk about it. I turn my attention back to the quizmaster. Alright, looks like we're going down to the final category, and it's a close one between Provolone 2 and Lost in New York City. Brian and Matt, high five. And Havarti like it's 1999. Hugo and I high five. We look over at Brian, Matt, Carmencita, and Daisy, all playfully giving us thumbs down and sticking their tongues out. I ate a big chunk of cheddar without breaking eye contact to show them how serious I am. Final category is cool animals. Animals, huh? I never could take care of anything living. Hell, I can barely take care of myself. Huh? Falling apart. Yep, buddy, that's a mood. Anyway, here's the question. Canary Island was named after what kind of animal? I would assume it's a bird. Canary Island. Oh, it seems logical. Island of the dogs. Wow.
That's right.
The last animal that appears in the dictionary. The Ziziva.
Correct.
Otter.
Correctamundo.
Collect the scorecards and we'll see who comes out on tops. Remember, winning team gets a $25 to Phil's Auto Care. If you need a car part, Phil's will fulfill all your needs. I just shot a bottle cap out of one of my cup holders. It's fine. Everyone oohs and ahs. God, I want that gift card. Quizmaster goes back and tallies up the score. Pick up what's left of our cheese plate. Bit of brie here that tastes absolutely divine on a cracker with a little bit of honey and dried apricot. Excuse me. So what are your plans after our big win? Probably retire, take Amanda somewhere tropical, drink something out of a coconut. Always wanted to do that. How about you? Probably take my winnings to Colin's gambling ring. Bet it all on black. Walk out of there with more rubber bands in the shape of animals than I know what to do with. Bold, but I like your style. You want the last piece of Havarti? Nah, that's all you. You definitely earned it. After a couple minutes, the quizmaster jogs back into the room. Everyone immediately quiets down, waiting with bated breath for the results. Who will win the coveted gift card? Really hope it's us. Hey, everybody, we've had a great night. Lots of goofs, lots of laughs, a little bit of light crying in the back, but that's neither here nor there. By a landslide, the winner of tonight's contest is Havarti like it's 1999. Come on down and get your gift card for Phil's Auto Care, where Phil nominal service is... God, I can't do this anymore. Please just take the gift card. I motion for Hugo to go get the gift card. He slyly slinks out of the booth to grab it. Pauses for a moment, gives Quizmaster a hug with a few pats on the back. Quizmaster sobs, just a little. Hugo makes a victory lap back to our table and gives me a high five. Havarti like it's 1999 is unstoppable. Havarti like it's 1999 is great. May Havarti like it's 1999 reign for 1,000 years. Hey, great work, guys. You guys did awesome!
Hey.
Will we be seeing Havarti like it's 1999 again next week? I look over at Hugo, who smiles. Maybe so. We make a pretty good team, huh,
Hey.
Hugo? Hugo blushes. Hugo and I walk back towards our cul-de-sac, basking in the glow of our win and nursing our cheese-filled bellies. Man, we crushed it in there.
Hey.
Finally, enduring the screams of young children for years on end is paid off. I will take my half of the gift card and use it to purchase myself many air fresheners for my car, which Ernest refuses to stop vaping in. I think I'll use my half to buy at least 2 tire pressure gauges to place in different parts of my garage. I never know when you're going to need one, and I prefer to have them within arm's reach. A fine plan. Shame about that one wrestling question, though. I'm not kidding. I plan to write a strongly worded letter to whoever employed that man. Come on, there's got to be a story there. What do you mean? You didn't even stop to think. You pulled the wrestling knowledge out like you were there at the ring yourself. Oh, it's just stuff I know. Drop it. All right. But hey, good trivia night. Let's get the band back together soon. Certainly. Hugo and I say our goodbyes and make our way back home. Only takes a minute to walk back home. Amanda's sitting on the couch reading a book about female photographers. Wow, I thought you didn't like reading. I don't. This book's all pictures. And even then, my patience is being tried. Did you get to eat all the cheese your little heart desired? I'm a happy little cheese monster. But I made sure to leave room for dinner. Who wants breakfast for dinner?
Hey.
Hash browns! Okay.
Yeah.
Toast dipped in egg! Alright, blueberry pancakes! Well, only if you help make them. You know I'm the world's best blueberry sprinkler, and I'm also totally amazing at heating up the maple syrup in the microwave. Now tell me all about that cheese board. Amanda and I spend the evening cooking an elaborate breakfast with everything we can find inside of the fridge. Boom.
What a great date.
Wow. I don't know how they score
Welcome.
these.
You've got Dads.
Let's go on our last second date. I had a lot of fun hanging out with Damien the other day. I wonder what he's up to. Open up Dad book and start writing him a message when Amanda walks in the door. Dad, you got a letter. Oh, is it from Grandma? No, it's from Damien. Whoa, can I see it? Amanda hands me a piece of old parchment folded into an envelope sealed with purple wax. Damn, the dude goes all out. Drop the seal and unfold the letter. It's most beautiful calligraphy. The letter reads, Dear Spruce, I hope you'll find my continued correspondence endearing rather than trying. One can only hope that my use of slower, more traditional form of communication will showcase my sincere and earnest sentiment that I greatly enjoyed our time together. I write this hastily under the warm embrace of excitement, fearful that I misstep and speak towards something unwelcome. For now, I hope that you might forgive my boldness. I will simply say that your company has greatly occupied my thoughts. While the afternoon may have been derailed by unforeseen forces unforeseen, your companionship helped a great deal, not only in the discipline of my child, but in the morale of spirit. As for that, I thank you. That said, Bruce, if you'll allow me, it would mean the world to me if I could enjoy more of your time. Perhaps a trip to the cinema followed by a moonlit stroll would be to your taste. I eagerly await your response. With respect, D. Bloodforge. Amanda and I both look up from the letter. Wow. He's good. So you gonna catch a movie with him? Yeah, I better message him on Dadbook and let him know.
Hey.
Amanda slams my laptop shut. You write him back a real letter. But my handwriting looks like two toddlers fighting over a crayon. Dad, you have to. He wrote you a letter. That's so cool. Will you help me? I need to class this up. Father, I was made for this. Here's what you do. Find tickets to the show that you two will like and enclose them in the letter. Oh, that's classy. Man and I hop onto my laptop and peruse showtimes. It doesn't seem like a romantic comedy kind of day. Oh, here's one. Vampire Crusade 2? Evil Never Dies. I don't know, that sounds like kind of stupid. Actually, it's critically acclaimed exploration into the eye of existence. It really turns the vampire trope on its head. Really? Nah, there's just a lot of blood and vampire titties. Well, let's roll the dice. Purchase tickets and print them out. Sit down at the table and Amanda trying to draft a nice letter. Start writing. Damien. Could borrow to you this fine eve. Not sure if that checks out, but it looks fine to me. What's next? I must confess my amateur control of written word. Geez, Dad, have some faith in yourself. Okay, we're trucking along. Let him know how you're feeling. You find me in good spirits. I'm very much same after our last encounter. I did very much. That earnest shit was pretty messed up.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Ask him to hang out already. True art takes time, Amanda. I found myself enamored at the situation in hand. Bring it on, Holmes. Let me take you out. I got tickets to the movie, accompanying me to the city. Bring me great pleasure to escort you to the cinema. Calling at the cinema is a classy move. Close, you'll find 2 tickets to Vampire Crusade, 2 Evil Never Dies, which I'm sure you will both find titillating and enjoyable. Best wishes. Then I sign my name, full name, fancier that way. Bruce Hot Mess. Is that okay? Amanda reads over my sloppy handwriting. You spelled his name wrong. What? Nah, just trying to keep you on your toes. Now all you have to do is seal it and put it in his mailbox. Can I seal it with tape? That's not authentic enough. I have an idea. I'll be right back. This is gonna end badly. Amanda leaves the room and returns with a candle and a lighter and a small piece of wood. Gotta have a wax seal. She lights the candle, which starts to burn down and forms a pool of melted wax. What's the other thing? Amanda pours some of the wax onto the folded letter and expertly presses a small piece of wood to it. She lets it dry for a second and pulls the wood away, revealing, here it is, your sigil. A little kitten with a bow on its head. Awesome. Scrapbooking stuff always comes in clutch. Well, I guess all now is to do deliver it to the doorstep, huh? Oh, I thought we were getting a carrier pigeon to do it. I already called my guy. I have a pigeon guy. Marcus has good pigeons. Don't get your pigeons from Anthony. They're no good. I don't want to know if any of this is true. I head outside and walk over to Damien's house. I slip the letter into the slot in his door and go back home. Mission accomplished. Now we play the waiting game. Night finally rolls around when I'm supposed to meet with Damien. Next day, he had left another beautifully crafted letter thanking me for mine and agreeing to the evening. Amanda helps me pick out a nice outfit, and I show up to the theater a little bit early. It's a chilly night, and the theater is kind of crowded, but still nice. How do you do? I jump at the sound of his voice and turn around to see Damien right behind me. You almost gave me a heart attack! How long were you there for? I don't know, I just walked up. My apologies for frightening you. What was that thunder? Is it gonna rain soon? I didn't hear anything. What? What? Regardless, the hour grows close. Shall we take our seats in the cinema? I must thank you again for purchasing our tickets. Please allow me to repay the deed in Sour Patch Kids or perhaps Milk Duds. Let's do it. My kind of dude. Getting in line to buy snacks. So we're waiting. I hear a familiar voice behind us. Ugh, my dad's here. Turn around to find Lucian standing a few feet behind us with a gaggle of other goth kids. Lucian, how nice to see you. I didn't know you were coming to the theater. I'm glad to see you spending some quality time with your friends. Whatever, Dad. What movie will you be attending? My friends are making me see some kid movie about talking animals. I don't really care about it. Well, do hope you enjoy your evening. We'll be watching Vampire Crusade 2, Evil Never Dies. You watching that? Yeah, I thought Damien would enjoy it. Good luck with that, Dad. Lucian rejoins his friends and I look over to Damien. Good luck with what? It's nothing. My son loves to tease. Wait in line for a little longer and Damien buys us snacks. Seems a little nervous. I wonder what's wrong. Damien and I take our seats and settle in for the previews. Glancing at him, I can see that he's sweating profusely and gripping the armrest. Is everything okay? Everything's perfectly fine. I'm so excited for this film. You don't seem excited. I'm a devout patron for the arts, especially scary arts. Scary the art, the better. Do you have a favorite horror movie? Of course I have a favorite horror movie. Mine is Halloween Town. Terrifying. Oh, interesting. It's odd. I don't seem to remember Halloween Town being that scary. Would have expected to bring up some strange foreign horror film that I've never heard of. Damien's knuckles are turning white. Looks like he's about to rip the armrest off. Wait a second. Damien, are you afraid of horror movies?
What?
You must be joking. I love horror movies. Lights dim for the film. Damien screams. I apologize. Thinking about something far scarier than this movie, which is not scary at all. Poor guy. Settle and the film starts. I offer Damien some licorice. He takes one. I take note of how much his hands are shaking. Title flashes across screens in bloody letters. Vampire Crusade 2, Evil Never Dies. Pale man with long silver hair, glittering red eyes, and well-oiled abs sits up in a coffin. Awaken, my coven. Two more vampires slide the tops of their stone coffins onto the floor. Brother, is it time? Yes, husband. Also, Mortal enemy, it is time. 3 look at each other, and then to the camera. For the Vampire Crusade. This rules. Trio of vampires flies off into the night as foreboding organ music plays in the distance. Somehow get lost in the movie. As dumb as it sounds, it's actually a pretty fun flick. We get to the tense moment of the movies where Romulus Trueblood sits at the truce meeting with the general of the human army whose wife Romulus has fallen in love with. Romulus, it's good to finally meet you. General, I agree. Good to finally blood you.
What?
Romulus leaps out and slashes the general's throat. Blood splatters all over everything, including the camera. Damien screams again, reflexively grasping my hand. I immediately blush, forgetting about any vampires or blood or vampiric blood. Oh, I'm terribly sorry. Damien raises his hands and places it back in his lap. I was writing a novel in my head about blood magic and I got to an extremely scary section. Damien goes back to quietly stressing out over the movie. It's kind of cute that he won't admit he's afraid of it. I wish he would hold my hand again. Maybe I could do something to try to make him feel more comfortable. I've got it. I'll do what all dads do best. Talk during the movie. Point out a plot hole. Do you notice how the guard fired 7 bullets? Gun only holds 6 bullets? Yes, that's absolutely unforgivable from a filmmaking standpoint. It's almost unwatchable. It's funny how it's so much easier to point out tiny mistakes in the work of others than to actually go create your own thing, huh? Hey, look, that's an anchorism. The rest of the movie goes by relatively smoothly with only a few whimpers from Damien. Maybe he would have liked the romantic comedy better. We get to the final scene where Romulus Bloodbath and the general's wife embrace each other in his crypt. It appears that's the true Vampire Crusade. Was the Vampire Crusade in our hearts, our cold, unbeating hearts. Romulus and the general's wife began making out hard.
Oh my.
Film fades to black and the end appears on the screen. But then it hard cuts to Demetrius and his rival lover Carmilla, who watch the two from afar. Oh no, twist ending! Our bloodline has been pure for 1,000 years. Romulus has betrayed us by loving a human woman. It will only be a short time before the next Vampire Crusade 3, Evil Must Die Again. More thunder, more ominous organs. The movie fades out again and a bloody question mark now accompanies the end. Damien and I walk out of the movie theater amongst throngs of chattering moviegoers. He's a little more pale than I remember, but otherwise he survived the encounter. He seems kind of invigorated. What an interesting film. While the premise admittedly struck me as pedestrian, I was intrigued by its harrowing love story and the great attention to detail in regard to vampiric lore. Yeah, it was pretty good. A lot more vampire titties than I thought there would be. Come, the night is young. Let us take a stroll. Damien's making a point of not telling me where he's taking me. Still, I'm enjoying the walk and the cool night air. Being alone here with Damien is a lot better than being in a crowded theater. Lovely night, isn't it?
Oh.
Lovely is the company, yes. He thinks I'm lovely! Damn, okay. Here comes the smooth response. Thanks. No problem. Crushed it. Both stand there feeling a little awkward. I sure am one smooth operator. Are you getting a little hungry? Maybe we could stop off and grab something to eat. Worry not, friend. I have a plan. Turn the corner and greeted by the gates of a cemetery? What? Are we going in there? A little bit of Victorian flavor, Bruce. Trust me. I'm a bit nervous, but Damien hasn't read me long yet. Follow his lead and walk into the cemetery. Statues of angels stare down at us as we follow a path through the faded tombstones. As we crest a small hill, we get a beautiful villa in the city. Night lights sparkle around us. I gotta hand it to him for being in a cemetery. This is strangely romantic. Picnicking in the gravestones is an old Victorian tradition, an appropriate finish to an evening after a vampire movie, wouldn't you say? With a flourish, Damien produces a blanket, and a picnic basket. Hi, Meg. How are you?
I'm a monster!
Wait, where were you hiding that? Under my cloak? Hi, children. At it again, I see. Oh, right. He was hiding a picnic basket and a blanket under his cloak for the whole fucking movie. I'm okay. Dang, y'all two going at it. How was work? Damien unfolds a blanket. We both sit down, gazing out at the city lights. He produces a bottle of red wine and a fine selection of cheeses. In the Victorian area, there were no public art galleries, parks, or botanical gardens to speak of. Once rural graveyards became more popular alternative to church burials, they became the only place that people could see beautiful plant life and fine sculptures. It was bullshit. Well, I'm glad it's over at least. I obviously didn't have to work today, so that makes sense. This is pretty nice. I have a question though. Are you okay with being in a graveyard, but you had trouble handling a scary movie? I wasn't. He sighs deeply. Okay, yes, I was extremely scared by that movie. I'm not writing a book about blood magic in my head. I've never been good at those. I just feel as if because of how I look and act, people expect me to love horror films. So I must play the part. Truth be told, I don't know if I have the constitution for them at times. At least you can have ice cream now, Meg, so there's that. Hey, man, I'm so sorry. If I'd have known, I'd suggest to get another movie. It's quite alright. I actually did find myself enjoying this one, thanks to your help. Graveyards, however, I think there's something rather beautiful about death. Cemeteries are traditionally built away from cities, away from the realm of the living. It keeps us rather separated from it. To acknowledge death and become comfortable with it, I think it gives us a certain intimate knowledge of ourselves. Sit amongst generations of those who came before us, to be truly alive in the midst of such death brings me great comfort. He's a weirdo. Death helps me appreciate life, to savor every second. We sit and enjoy our food and wine. I don't feel scared anymore. Never thought I'd be comfortable sitting in a graveyard at night, but I actually find it very peaceful. Suddenly, it doesn't seem like we're alone. Off in the distance, I see a shadowy figure in the tree. What is that? I'm not sure. It noticed us. I'm paralyzed with fear as it begins slumbering slowly towards us, shape taking a more animal form, more feral. I look at Damien for help, but he's just as afraid and transfixed as I am. Sir! Inside voice. I want to scream, but it's stuck in my throat. The creature's getting closer, moving faster. Woof! It's a dog. Finally comes to light. The friendliest, dumbest Boston Terrier I've ever seen pulls its owner towards it. Hey, sir! Inside voice. Inside voice. Dog trots over and Damien sniffs at his hand. Damien looks ecstatic. He ruffles the dog's fur happily. What a beautiful dog. Hey. Both look up, not expecting to see. Thanks. Robert, what are you doing out here on this lovely evening? Hunting cryptids. What? What? I didn't know you had a dog. This isn't my dog. Found her wandering in the streets, put a leash on her. Now we're here walking around in this graveyard together, hunting cryptids. Damien and I share a look. May I give her a treat? Sure. Wouldn't give her cheese, though. Not to worry. Damien reaches into the depths of his clothes and procures a small dog treat. What else is he keeping in there? Dog laps up the treat and crunches away, tail wagging furiously. Damien continues to smooth down her fur. Thanks. My absolute pleasure. Damien shakes the dog's paw. Lovely to meet you, my friend. May our paths cross again. Robert and his dog disappear into the darkness again. Damien stares after them. I didn't know you liked dogs. Victorians love dogs, actually. Most Victorian women of high fashion would always be accompanied by a small dog, such as a terrier or a Maltese. I think big dogs are nice too. Yeah, man, dogs are cool. I do believe we've had enough excitement for one night. What do you say we make our way home? Damien hops to his feet and extends his hand to help me up. I gladly take it as my knees aren't what they used to be, packs up the picnic basket and leads us out of the graveyard. As we begin to walk home, I take one last look at the cemetery. It really is beautiful. Like a proper gentleman, Damien walks me to my doorstep. Thank you ever so kindly for your company tonight. Damien, it was my pleasure. First, if you allow me, it would bring me great joy to offer you a token of my affection. Damien reaches into his coat and pulls out a folded monogrammed handkerchief. He presses it into my hand. Wow, thank you, Damien. I can't wait to sneeze on this. I'm going to wave this at passing ships. Dry the tears for those I've lost. I'm going to wave it at passing ships. I approve. Damien shuffles his feet. I just want to say that it's rare to find someone like you, someone who's open to my eccentricities. It's nice to feel accepted. Thank you. Damien gives my hand a quick squeeze. Damien blushes hastily and retracts his hand. I must take my leave. Good night. Before I can say anything else, he's gone. Huh. Unlock the door and step inside. Like a whirlwind, Amanda runs from the window and plops down on the couch, trying to look nonchalant. Hey, Dad, what's up? Were you watching me from the window? No, I was just, Okay, yes. How was the movie? Lots of vampire titties. Told you. But as it turns out, Damien is scared. Wait, Amanda doesn't need to know that. I'll keep it between me and Damien. Scary cool. Yep, he's so cool, it's scary. Nice save, Bruce. Did you know that graveyards used to be a place to throw parties? I think I'm misremembering that. Wow, that's pretty punk. Also, we saw a dog. Definitely thought it was a werewolf for a minute, though. How can you be so sure it wasn't a werewolf? How can you be so sure I'm not a werewolf? And how can I be so sure that you're not a werewolf? Amanda's eyes narrow. I don't trust you. Nor I you. We make intense, wary eye contact for a second. Anyway, I'm calling it for the night. Don't stay up too late. I'm not trying to howl at the moon past midnight. Hey, how'd it go? Only okay.
Are
Cool.
you familiar with the works of Corey Feldman?
Corey.
He simply slayed.
Welcome.
Simply Slate.
You've got Dads.
Okay, well that's 2 dates with everybody, I believe. Back. 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 Okay. That's 2 dates with everybody, guys. Gotta save this, though. Got to save it, though. Got to save it, though. Because that is all we have for today. My voice is just absolutely over it. So, it is absolutely over it. So, you guys would hang around. We are going to hop a raid over. I never get to raid Chef Ian because I'm his mod and I always stream after him. So we're gonna go say hi to him. If you guys would hang out and just go on over there, I would appreciate it. There are your raid messages, and I will catch y'all back on. Hi! What, sir? Sir is not using his inside voice. I will catch y'all back on Wednesday. Wednesday, I will be here. I will be back at normal time. So it will be a normal stream. So 2 hours. We will work on playing these final dates with the dads, and hopefully get finished with all the final dates so we can just wrap this game up and call it good. But thank y'all for hanging out. You are lovely and wonderful. And just hang out for a minute and we will go over and see somebody I terribly mod for, Chef Ian. So I hope y'all had a good holiday and welcome back to your week. And I will see y'all Wednesday. I appreciate y'all so much. Have a good one.